Uh, peace and blessings, and what's up? Double real rap. Special shout out to my brother who came here a little bit earlier, and I started my live a little bit earlier. I think sometimes I always say 4 o'clock, but then I realized that the faster I can get it going is the better because I realized that what's going on. See, a lot of people don't understand. I mean, yeah, 5 o'clock. I gotta go pick up my son. But the chat be holding it down for me. That's how real the indigenous family is. We keep it holding it, we hold it down for each other and we look out for one another, okay? So this is because I told people that I will be going on at 4 o'clock. I will be very patient on this bill today. Okay, so I want you to understand that I have decided to come on a little earlier than 4 o'clock. I do know that I scheduled for 4 o'clock, and then it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But it is. That's how anxious and fire. I got that fire in me to want to talk about our situation a little earlier. Um, Before I start the rundown today, it is open panel Sunday. It is open panel Sunday where we get to express anything that we want to do. Anybody that is following me, that is supporting me, can come on the panel and just express anything that they want to express. Okay? I want you to understand that this is what I do on every time I get it going. The peace, young lady, with the chat. I'm gonna mute the mic for just a second. For those who coming on, I want you guys do for the background. Um, we're doing this today. We got like I said, I want to accomplish a lot of things. I want you guys to turn down your music in the background. If you got kids, if you got whatever you got, I just want you to turn it down. Because we building today, and we want to be able everybody to hear your message. Can't hear your message, if the baby's running around or if the music is loud. So we want everybody who come on. We want everybody to say, because I want to hear you. This is what you guys understand. I want you guys. You deserve to be heard. You deserve to be heard. Um, I'm building and building and building and building. I want things to be correct. Okay, so we're moving to a sector. Well, we're getting better. We're not getting worse, but we're getting better. And I listen to the comment section. I always respect the comment section because a lot of people get upset in their feelings when the comment section comes in and they state stuff and, oh, you guys are talking over yourself and all this other stuff. They get in their feelings. No, the comment section is teaching you about you and it's only bettering you about you. So when we build these bills, I want you guys to understand that there's no feelings in these bills. I want to build legendary chats. I want all of us to be on the grind. I want you guys to understand that. I want us to be when Pan African people come on, they be in the bushes watching us. We have to be able to be professional in everything that we do. We don't want people to look at us as chaos, like we all over the place. So we will be respectful on the panel. I am very much giving a lot of people an opportunity to share their knowledge. I want you to understand. I want you to understand. I want everybody to talk. I want everybody to walk that walk. I want everybody to talk, and I want everybody to walk that walk because we are building. This is what the Crescent City. In my where I come from, we always say you heard me. Okay, so if you don't hear me, you must not understand what I'm talking about. So when we're building, we have to be understanding that we have people that are watching us all over. And I want my channel to be fly. just like anybody else want their channel to be fly. Okay, so I want the backgrounds clear before we on today. I want people to be able to get their message out there clearly so people can hear them. That's the main thing I want. Okay. So if we can respect that, we are going to be on fire today, fire and out. Now remember, um, I I'm rambling because I did set this thing for 4 o'clock. Okay, I set this thing for 4 o'clock. I decided to come on a little earlier than 5 o'clock. Okay, so we're building this thing today, and I want you to understand that there's a lot that's going on. One of the things I'm going to talk about. The other day, I talked about marriage, and I also talked about celebrities. I talked about how celebrities, how a lot of the people, not all of us, a lot of people look up to celebrities because of their clout, because of they the fact that they have money and clout and they are very popular. They're on television all the time. So we a lot of people from the outside, I'm not talking about we, I said we as a nation of people tend to look at them as the immortal, okay? That they can't make mistakes, that they can't do no wrong. We on the outside look at these people and we look at them on a level on what we should be, and that's terrible because money don't make you happy. It can make you feel. It can make you pay bills, and it can get you past the this and that and this. But when you're in a relationship, money won't definitely make you happy. And even if you're alone, money won't make you happy. Happiness comes from somewhere else. I want you to understand. Happy. And I also had a bill the other day, and I was telling people about the inside of a person. Sometimes we always look on the outside and we don't see the ugliness of a person on the outside. And this is the things that I want you guys to understand that we as a nation always tend to look on the outside and think that is beauty. And beauty can never come from just the outside because you have to understand that your body decays. Your body is a temple. Your body is something that doesn't last forever. It's your spirit, the spirit inside you that grows, that makes you beautiful. The spirit that lives within you that makes you beautiful. Until we get the arrogance out of ourselves and we picking and choosing on what we want. And we have to understand that beauty is in the inside of us. We will get better. And remember, I'm telling you guys that the things that I'm doing, I'm building. Mr. 504 brother is in here. We are building something that is strong. And I want you to understand that when you come onto the panel, we will be respectful. We will be respectful. We will give you a chance to talk one another. This is what I'm doing now. No talking over another. Give that person an opportunity to speak. I will be the person that will sit back and oversee things. If I see things, if I see a person over talking too long, if you see that yourself is in the mute button, it's no disrespect. Okay? I want you to understand there's no disrespect. I'm just muting you because you may not hear me that I'm trying to tell you it's time for another person to speak. Now, remember what I told you. One of my videos was beauty on the inside and ugly on the outside. And this is what we do as people. And this is how we label success. And when we talk about our great musicians, and I will let the panel on in a few seconds, when we talk about our great musicians and we talk about our great actors and we talk about our great singers, and when we look at Aretha Franklin and we look at all the great singers, Luther Vandross, them people of the past was they didn't have they wasn't skinny, but they had talent. And this day and era now, in this era now, we have people that base you on looks in everything that you do. They base you on looks. In the music industry, they base you on looks, not talent. Because there's a lot of young people out here that are singing and rapping, and they don't have the talent, but they have the looks. This is what and a lot of great talent is being passed upon because people love looks in everything that you see. And I want you to understand that the devil that they call, and I'm not religious, I am spiritual, but the devil that they call in the Bible is music. And when he used his music in a way to where he used his music to define people. I want you to understand this. He used them to deceive people. Beautiful as the devil looked, he was ugly in his inside. He was the altar of music. And what sounds good does not mean it's good. So I don't know if that makes sense to anyone. What sounds good does not mean it's good. Now, sometimes we look to things in life, what looks good and what sounds good. We like to hear a person who has a great message, but we don't. We have to really pay attention to that person. Okay, Mr. 504 brother in purple is in the house, and shout out to both of you. Remove, I will remove this. Okay, how you doing today?
Hello, how are you?
All right, doing fine. This is another Sunday, another moving on Sunday, and we are here. And like I said, I started a little early. I tried to notify you guys that I was going to do it, but it is what it is. Um, if you see me leave at a certain point, because I got to get my son, but I'm not going to stop the conversation. Not going to stop the live. 504 brother, you know how we do. Keep it going. Okay, so this it
Right.
is what it is. So yeah, so it is what it is. At 5 o'clock, I will be leaving you guys, but we want to keep the conversation going. And it's an open topic about how we treat people based on looks. I wanted to
Oh
drag that
man,
on,
I'm so
and
happy.
I also want to talk about the financial game in wealth when it comes down to melanated brothers and sisters. Okay, so that's what we want to talk about, our wealth and what we need to do to get strong. And we want to talk about the outside and the inside of us. We want to talk about the outside and the inside of who we are. Okay, do we look at people based on their looks? Do the good looking people get the job and they are not qualified, or do standards? Because we have so many unqualified people in this nation. Is people getting jobs? Is people getting, relationships based on looks and ugly in the inside? This is what we want to understand. So we're talking about this today. So I'm going back to you guys. Remember the feedback in the background. If you guys have anybody in the background that got your TV up loud, could you please turn it down? Because I can kind of hear the feedback.
What feedback are
Okay.
you hearing?
Okay, Mr. 504 brother, can you hear the feedback?
Yeah, I'm listening, brother. I'm good. I do hear like a little rattle in the background though.
Okay. What I'm trying to say,
It can't be helped. That's the router.
yeah, we that's the what?
The router, the internet.
No, 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 no. Internet doesn't make noise. The internet doesn't make noise. I get people on here all the time, and we can hear. If you really listen to the background, you can hear. It sounds like
I don't know.
distorting in TV, whatever.
I don't know
Yeah, what's
what you
up,
have.
real rap, double real rap? You are welcome to come on the panel. You get a chance, hit the, get a chance. Come on and hit the link, my brother. Come on, hit the link.
I honestly don't know what feedback you're hearing
I
because
don't
I
hear the
don't.
feedback right now. Well, I don't hear the feedback right now, but what happens is when I have a lot of videos and I have a lot of people that comes on, I can hear children in the background and I can also hear noise in the background. So I'm asking people to be respectful. If they can't do that, they can't come on the panel. That's what I'm asking. So we
That's
have
fine. I was
we're
just trying to
trying
figure out
to
what
we're
feedback
trying.
it was. That's all.
Okay, so I'm just letting you know it is a little noise in the background. That's all I'm trying to let you understand. Okay, what's up? Salute, Mr. Prince in the house. How you doing? For those double real rap, come on in, brother. Come on in. We'd love to have you in here. Okay, starting with you, what I just said. What did you think about what I was talking about?
Okay, brother. I'm a little hot. I'm a little hot today.
I'm
So
gonna mute my mic so
before,
you can talk.
okay, I'm a little hot today, brother. I want to get some off my chest before I tune into what you say, what you just was talking about. Just I want to get some off my chest right quick, and it goes like this. I'm tired of our melanated people trying to bring each other down. I'm sick of this negativity. Why would we just get rid of our egos and come together as one? And I know you don't. You probably know what I'm talking about. Yesterday, the group called the NFAC went all the way, put their lives on the line, brother, and went all the way to Louisville to get justice for a sister. And there's always somebody come and try to tear down something that's positive, what the people is doing, man. And I'm sick of that. Every time we turn around, somebody trying to get justice for a sister who been murdered at the arms of the police, and they want to come and tear down what they got going on, brother. You know, and I'm tired of that, man. I'm just so sick of people just standing behind the keyboards and want to tear people down when they're doing something positive. They just don't want to get out there and support one another and put your life on the line for a cause. You know. Now back to what you were saying about yes, people do go and get jobs and things off of looks. And that's what they got this saying. It ain't it ain't what you know, it's who you know. Maybe you understand it like that because it's been times you probably fill the application out qualified for a job, but he gave it to the brother over here because that's his best friend on weekends. You see what I'm saying? And you have to know what what you want. You see what I'm saying? And if you go in there with your head straight and demand what you want and start worrying about if they're gonna give it to you, then you probably get a better results. You see what I'm saying? But I'm gonna pass the mic to Purple to her get a chance to say a few words, and then I'm gonna come back in.
Well, a lot of people, it's not so much that people are getting jobs because looks, even though that's the thing as well. There's a lot of people who are getting jobs that aren't qualified for them because unfortunately, American society has been completely dumbed down. So it's like choosing the lesser of two evils at this point. And yet, there are some people who do get jobs because of how they look, but that only accounts for a small portion of the people who are in jobs that aren't qualified to do them. Because this is something my mother used to talk about all the time how they had nurses come into the nursing field and they couldn't do basic things like take temperatures and do an accurate blood pressure with the old style monitor at the time. Because at that time, that was basically the monitor that they had. And they were saying that they're having people come out of nursing without the basic nursing skills, and it was because the schools weren't properly training them to do the jobs that they were going into. So we also seeing some of that as a factor that the education system is not preparing people for the fields that they're going into, which is unfortunate.
Wow, that was excellent. That was excellent the way you put that. Um, when I stated about looks and the things that we were talking about, the ugly and everything, what I talk about is we have people with ego and people. I'm all screwed up. Narcissism. In their mind, they believe that they are superior than the next man. And as you get with we dealt with that, my brother. We had a brother. I don't know. I keep getting double real rapping twice. We had a brother that, as you know, who was stating, he lived on his high school dream. Okay, we have brothers and sisters who live on their past, and they can't get out the domain of their past, and they're not evolving to the person that they should be in their present. Okay, and this is what we have stated on many accords that we have a lot of Aborigine people that are sick, and I'm talking about as far as what the system has done us in our past, and how do we break these cycles? Okay, because the little success that we have that we can't move from, that we don't realize we can get better and evolve to the person that we should be. We're not gaining. Okay, we're not gaining. We need to get to a point in our lives where we can gain. We need to get to gain success. We can't look to our past. We have to look to our present. We cannot stump on our neighbors and our brothers and sisters. We have to do, and to build financial wealth, we have to be able to work together. And I don't think when it comes down to Aborigine people, we have not learned to have a due process of building together. And we have to work on that. The competition theory, we got to get over that. And that's the things I'm working on. I have talked to so many, and we can only get better together and not apart. So I wanna ask you these questions because because it's very very intriguing to me how we are with each other. That when we're talking business purposes, and we're talking about, and brother, you brought up that thing that talks about this Black Lives Matter movie with Breonna Taylor, and we talk about the brother who had his had the police officer you know put his knee on his neck. Black lives won't matter until we start beginning with ourselves. And yes, there are a lot of bad people out here that are destroying us. But when we wake up and stop killing ourselves, then we can work on the other situation. And I get very upset we when a white man kills us, we are very much jump in and we want to say the world, oh Lord, that white man kill us. We're giving that white man so much energy, but we don't have the same energy on the same things that goes on in Chicago, the same energy that goes on in New Orleans, the same energy that goes on in the United States of America with black so-called African American people. Until we start addressing our situation, I can even go to the next situation. I want us to start standing up and getting the same anger because yes, there's a problem with white people killing us. Yes, it's a damn shame, and yes, we need to get ready to get our arrows and shoot back. But I want you to have that same killing us because I don't hear the same. I don't see too many videos that talk about how many times a little boy, like the little boy in New Orleans, Louisiana, who was shot. The bullet was not even meant for him, but he died. We don't have these same energies. And until we wake ourselves up as Aborigine people, when we realize the real problem is us, We will be able to come together because they can't do that to the Vietnamese community. They can't do that to certain communities that are different minorities, Puerto Rican communities. They can't do that to them because them people stick together. And until we stick together, let me tell you something. Even though they talk about Mexicans, Mexican people stick together. And the reason why we don't stick together because some of us believe we're Africans and some of us believe we're Indians. We're so divided, it's a shame. So I'm gonna let you come on in, 504 brother, because you was the one who made that statement.
Okay. Yeah, but like I told you, the other day we talked about it. I said I'm for the I'm for the the Black Lives Matter, but not the movement, because the movement and the cause and the movement is two different things. I'm down for sticking up for my brothers and my sisters who've been killed at the hands of racist cops. I'm down for that. But the movement, I'm not down for, because there's a lot of underhand things that's going on behind the scenes that people don't know about. I don't really, care for that. But I'm down for the sister and the brother cause that's getting killed at the hands of the white man. But like you say, you are correct, because why don't we have that same energy when it's a black on black crime in the hood, in the neighborhood? You see what I'm saying? We whatever. I remember the time when people used to get out there and say, "That ain't right. Stop that." I'm gonna tell your parents this, this, and this. That don't happen no more. That don't happen no more. They don't let the youngsters take over the neighborhoods and the communities. Everybody got a gun. Nobody don't want to fight no more, man. Everybody got a gun now. When I was coming up, we didn't have no guns. We had to get out there and fight. We gonna fight. We gonna fight. We gonna shake it up. We gonna go back to being friends. You don't want to be my friend? Cool, fine. I'm fine with that. But at the same time, though, where why does we have so much?
Brainstorm, report to the panel. Excuse me.
Why don't we? Why does we have so much hatred in our heart for one another? You see what I'm saying? 6, 7 Mexicans can live in one household together. You won't even see a fight over there. Vietnamese, Asians, all about 6, 7 live in the house. We the only race on the face of this earth cannot live together or hang out together. And I always wonder, why does us as indigenous people, because it's not black, indigenous people have so much hatred in their heart towards one another, or don't want to see another person do better than them, when they can come together as a whole and bring their plans together and do better together. You see what I'm saying? And it's we see this all the time coming up in New Orleans, where me and you, me and you, Peanut, we say this in New Orleans our whole life, where we done seen people we done grew up with, or we just talked to, get killed in the blink of an eye. No, everybody want to have this power trip all of a sudden. Everybody want to show how bad they is. And sometimes you don't have to be like that. Prime example I mean by that is when you mentioned wealth earlier, you can't go in business with everybody. You see what I'm saying? Me and you can go in business, but we got to check our ego at the door. The reason I say is because there's this black-owned restaurant out here in Texas called the Turkey Leg Hut. Food is good. Everything is good over there. Now, they so-called being family, so where now they in the lawsuit. They tearing each other apart in the lawsuit. But we just was family. See what I'm saying? How can you have that much hatred for someone that you call brother or sister? You see what I'm saying? If we family, we keep our business in behind closed doors. The streets should never know what we have going on. You see what I'm saying? And I never understood why us as indigenous, I don't know if it's from birth, it was taught, it was put in us to have that much hate for one another. I never understood that. And it'd be your own kind to sell you out. It'd be your own kind.
Well, and I want to tell you this, Mr. 504 brother, you are on point. I want you to know that That is when you said at birth, a lot of so-called African Americans, and remember I said so-called because I do know we are the indigenous people. So remember I keep saying so-called, and I want you to get that right. Kurt Washington in the house. I want you to understand that because you have to understand where it starts. And when we talk about vaccinations and stuff like that, everybody on this panel has been vaccinated. Everybody on this panel has been vaccinated when you were born, and unfortunately, majority of the people in America is vaccinated, and everybody, every last one of us has a bit of cancer inside of it. We have cancer cells that they put inside of us, just like they put the flu inside you. They put the cancer cells inside. So we have a lot of young women, we have a lot of young men who are extra big. Back if you look at your mothers and you look at your fathers, back in the days, the women was not so well built as the daughters of today, as the sons of today. And I want you to understand that this has been going on for a long time, but it's been getting on. Chicken is much more bigger than what chicken used to be. The injection of the meat. Okay, so I want you to understand these. These are the cow, all the stuff you drinking mammal's milk. You're not supposed to be really drinking milk. You're drinking another a mammal's milk, and we are putting cancerous, toxin foods in our brain cells, in our food, and we have to understand that a lot of these things that are happening to us starts with our health. It starts with our health and our mental capacity. So I'm gonna go with Sister Purple because she was next, and we would like to all respect Sister Purple. So we'll go ahead and let her on.
Thank you so much. The reason why you're seeing Black folks be the way that they are is called trauma. And trauma has they did an experiment with monarch butterflies, and they found out that you can pass trauma on to the next generation. So you're dealing with over 400 years worth of trauma being passed down from one generation to the next to the next. So all those things that were done to your ancestors as a means of protecting you was passed down to you. So when you see like a lot of the colorism that you're seeing in the community, a lot of the dysfunction you're seeing in the community, those things got passed down through your DNA. And there are things that we can do to overcome that, but we have to deal with the fact that there's trauma there to be dealt with. As long as trauma is not treated, it will continue to manifest itself in many different forms. Thus, the self hate that you're seeing, thus, the violence towards ourselves that you're seeing. All of these are product of being oppressed and what that has done to us for being oppressed for over 400 years. Plus, we're still dealing with a lot of the backlash that came from the systemic racism. There's a lot of stuff that we're still dealing with, like just like with the poor neighborhoods. Where there are poor neighborhoods, there tend to be more environmental issues going on there. And certain environmental issues can cause people who would not normally be violent to turn violent. So we're not just dealing with a quote, well, it's all black people fault thing. No, there's layers to this. Like I heard one person said there's levels to this. And it's truly a level problem. It's not just one thing, it's a composition of things that's causing the community to look the way that it's looking. And until we're willing to have the conversations to deal with the many issues that's affecting the community, then you're going to see a lot more of that trauma be played out until it gets the proper treatment that it needs.
And I mean, another outstanding comment. We're gonna move on to Brother Rainstorm.
Like Rainstorm had to go downstairs, man. He had to go downstairs and get some milk and cookies. But like, what's good with it? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, Brother Real Rap. Uh, and I want you guys to remember to subscribe to each other, especially Brother Real Rap because and Brother 504. They're just coming off the scene. And I want to tell you, man, I was on Brother Real Rap's panel, and this cat here is fire. Okay, so please subscribe if you subscribe to me. Please subscribe to Brother Real Rap. Check him out, man. He's got some fire things. But I'm gonna be quiet. Go ahead, brother.
No, I appreciate it. And look, man, I got some content coming. I've been going live the last couple weeks, but I got some more content coming, man. I wanted to sit down and break down. I had to get some reading in, and I wanted to break down some things. But I'm learning. I'm working on the editing process. So once I get the editing, you know what I'm saying, then I'll be able to drop content with the little music under the voice and all that, and get it real nice and crispy because I like high quality. But I wanted to touch on this 400 years. I wanted to touch on what 504 brother was saying because he was cooking earlier. Man, I was having a little internet trouble, but basically, bro, like people don't want to fight because people are comfortable within this system. You know what I'm saying? That's why. If you actually knew, I'm not talking to brother 504. I know you know his history. Talking to people that's listening to this and on the playback. If you actually knew how it happened, you'd be very upset, and you know that your ancestors were no hoes. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't just take things on the chin. And you still have aspects throughout your ancestors today, like how Miss Purple was saying, you know what I'm saying, that how trauma gets passed on. Well, check this out. That 400 years thing, right? It didn't go down for no 400 years. Like this is like a 100-year problem. Now we've been fighting them, you know what I'm saying? But this 400 year, and I know she wasn't leading into that, but I'm gonna correct it because a lot of times when people hear 400 years, they think of slavery, and that's not true. Number one, your people were POWs, number one. Number two, you know what I'm saying, when you go back in reverse from 2020 to the 1800s, that's when a lot of this started going down. White boy couldn't get down here until the 18 teens, you know what I'm saying? Through people like Daniel Boone and people like McIntosh. I always forget his first name with McIntosh. Half breed and white boy. You know what I'm saying? And then other fake ass half breed niggas like Push Mataha. You know what I'm saying? One of the leaders of the head of the Choctaw. You know what I'm saying? Of the Shatta. Uh, People like that is people that help bring our society down. So when you look from the 1800s to today, they did it all roughly in about 120 years, 150 years. You know what I'm saying? And when you look at it, it's because of the same things that we're going through now. Number one, we tribal. I'll be in the chat. It'd be like a big live, right? Say like 100 people or more, a couple hundred people. Within that chat, it'd be niggas that only rock with niggas. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Copper colored indigenous people, however you want to say it. Excuse my vernaculars. But it be people that's tribal within the chat. Cliquish. That's what your ancestors are, man. Cliquish. And we come together when it's too late. You know what I'm saying? We got to get ahead of this thing. We behind enemy lines and we behind the 8 ball and they up three. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of it, people feel like, oh, we need a big army, we need a big all that comes into play. Politics, military arm, you know what I'm saying, your spiritual system. But our ancestors did more with less. You know what I'm saying? I got an article that I've been doing builds on with the Nia Bay Indians of Lafayette, Louisiana. They did more with less. The white boy tell you that. They were so called primitive, but the white boy had to study them in order to try to outdo them and still couldn't because their technology was actually advanced. It was primitive to the white boy because he didn't understand how to use simple tools in order to be able to get to the end resolution, which is money. You know what I'm saying? Which is commerce. Catch the fish, it becomes commerce once you take it to the market. They didn't understand that, and it's the same thing today. You know what I'm saying? They understand our people a lot more today because the last 60 years to 100 years they've been studying. You know what I'm saying? But that whole 400-year breakdown, white boy couldn't even get in. It took 200 years to even get into the South, which the South was a country from Georgia, you could say to West Texas. Some people believe to California. You know what I'm saying? all the way up. You follow the Mississippi all the way up to Ohio, to the Ohio's into Canada and over. I could show you maps right now of all kind of black, you know what I'm saying, copper colored Indian territory, man, straight up. And that's because, like I said, the 400 years narrative, that's a narrative. They didn't come and they haven't been dominating 400 years. Their society, their kingdoms don't last a lot of times 250 to 350 years. It just don't, because they're a cesspool. And how does a disease destroy the host from within? You know what I'm saying? It destroys the host from within. And that's what's going on right now. That's why you see they got to expedite the process, because they know their time is near. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I wanted to touch on niggas is comfortable
As far
in
as
this
you
system.
know, I want to ask you a question, my brother. As far as 400 years,
Mhm,
and I want to tell you, you actually, and I want to actually say that you 100% correct. A lot of
mhm,
people don't understand that 400 years of captivity, 400 years of captivity doesn't mean it was all of us. Okay, so you have to understand that when we talk about 400 years, that's the I want to say the opposing team logic. That's the opposing team logic. We were because we are they are the same people who would not acknowledge our history before the slave trade. These are the same people that would not acknowledge the fact that melanated people were already here. So
mhm,
what you're saying, family, is absolutely correct. Now, when you talk about when we get down about the Indians and we talk about these Indians that were
mhm,
already here, and we talk about these Aborigine people that were already here, we got some people who still look at these Indians, these so-called Indians. We look at the cowboy movie. They don't identify them in the picture that you are displaying, my brother. So when we talk about the natives, they don't talk about these differences. We have to actually talk about the differences of us, because you have a Native American tribe that came here after us. We were already here. And you're talking about Mongoloids who come from Asia. A lot of people don't talk about the Asian people who came here and are proclaiming and we were reclassified. Understand that we've been reclassified, we've been replaced. Our indigenous people who are already here and we have been replaced by society. And that's where you and your education is actually going at. And just like the brother said, James Baldwin spoke on this message a very long time ago. So until we as a nation of people understand this, and that's what I want people to understand, that we have been reclassified, we have been told lies. So who are the natives of America? When we talk about native, now I have give a lot of respect to these brothers who call themselves natives. I have done that real rap for a long time. I have given these people their respect. I have told these people that we are not them. We are not trying to proclaim ourselves to be you. But when are we going to step up and talk about us and how the beginning of us and who we are? So I love your educational the things that you're saying, my brother. And I'm gonna come back to you, and then we're gonna go to Rainstorm, and I want you to answer that.
First
What
of
was the
all, I'd like to say, I'm sorry. Go ahead, brother.
oh like I didn't know if you wanted Rainstorm to go first, or if you wanted me to answer and you was gonna give it to
Go
Rainstorm.
go ahead and answer. Go ahead and answer, real rap. Go ahead.
Well, like okay, like the very last part, like what was like the very last part of like your question? I got like the gist of what you were saying, but like what was like the last part of your question, Peanut?
Okay, what? Well, I get all screwed up on a Sunday. What I'm saying is when we talk about Native Americans, the first
Hmm.
thing that people on the outside, we're not talking about us because we know who we are, and we're talking about the people on the outside. You understand what I'm saying, Chief?
I got you.
Right?
So like
When
so like
they
like speaking on
they
like how we're not
they
trying to.
Go
They're
ahead.
trying to take their culture, basically.
Yes, they feel like we are taking their culture, and now that we are learning the science and learning who we, I'm talking about the outside people. A lot of us, a lot of new people who come onto the fold don't understand. You and I are woke. We know who we are, but those on the outside don't know who we are. And when they
All right.
see Native
Mhm,
Americans, what
mhm.
America has taught us to see what Native Americans look like, the identifying of Native Americans, we see them as being who? The Asian persuasion, when the Mongoloids, and however y'all want to pronounce it. I want to say, where do we cut in and teach our history before then?
All right, watch. I'm glad you asked me that. So check this out. Let me come and share my screen so y'all can see. I could always show you better than I could tell you, right? So let me show you something to answer. I can answer your question better. And if it don't pull up in like the next 10, 15 seconds, I'll just show you on my phone. But this is all right. So look, this is a picture of what my brother's asking me. This is a picture of indigenous Indians on top and the $5 Indians on bottom. And I've never seen in history where we tried to go out of our way to look like them. You know what I'm saying? They've always tried to look like us. So who's stealing whose culture? You know what I'm saying? Who's really stealing whose culture? Salute to my dog, EJ Cruz. Who's stealing whose culture? So how would I answer that? I would tell you that number one, like you already know, we were here first. We've always been here. We've never left. Not the mass of us. And two, the second part of that is they're the ones with the issue, not us. So it's not really on us to over explain anything. They know what it is and they know what they people did. You know, I'll give them native, you know what I'm saying? After 100 so years, whatever, I'll give you native, you know what I'm saying? But we're indigenous. So, like, I would tell them to their face, eye to eye, your little petty differences or your little petty Neanderthal uh complaints don't trump what me and my people got going on. You know what I'm saying? You really don't belong here. And that's what I'm standing on. You know what I'm saying? You can stay here because of the government that's in place. But if it was up to me, I spit in your face and I put you on a ship and I send you off back to the caves. Period. It's no
Well,
apologies.
you just said, look, and I don't want you to know non-apologies right here, and I love it the way you're speaking it. I want you to understand. Now you got to remember that they passed the bill. See, I want all the indigenous people who come to this channel to understand that they passed a bill in Oklahoma and gave half of Oklahoma to $5 Indians, and reparations that needs to be happening to us is never going to be, because we we are the people who've been reclassified. You understand what I'm saying, brother?
Right.
So what I'm trying
Right.
to tell you is,
Mhm.
we every bill that is passed in America, the telepacket guard in the house, the every bill that's passed in America, and this has been going on for a very long time. Every bill when that has benefited off of melanated black people. When you talk
Mhm.
about white women in segregation, white women could not do certain things. But when the bill got passed for black people, they got when bills got passed for black people, the white people benefit all for us. And now you're talking about when this man George Floyd got his knee stuck into his neck, and all of a sudden, you see the Washington Redskins D card in the National Football League being removed, and now you seeing the Native Americans in Oklahoma that are benefiting off of our struggles. Now they're getting half of a bill that they've been supporting for years. Now they're getting what we've been some of the things that we fight for. They're getting. So I want to understand, this is a hurting thing, my brother, and it may not hurt others, but it hurts me to feel like we every time we want to pass something for us, others benefit off. The Vietnamese, in Vietnam, They murdered so many Americans. Now you see in America, we embrace Vietnamese. They get everything free, tax breaks, everything. But the melanated indigenous black Indian don't get none of that. Why is it that, my brother? All right, I'm going to Mr. Rainstorm, and then I gotta go back to Mr. No, I gotta go. Look, Rainstorm, just hey, Rainstorm. I gotta go to you, and then we gotta go back, and he gotta tell us what he's talking about. Go ahead.
Salute to everybody on the panel, man. Feathers up, tribe up, wise up, just like our brother Wanagi say. Everybody in the chat, in the chat too. And man, y'all throwing so many gems out there, man. I don't
Shout
even know
out to
where to start it.
Wanagi. Shout out to Wanagi. Shout out. Put some
Yeah,
respect on Wanagi. Put some
all
respect
day.
on Wanagi's name.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't even know where to start it, man. It's like, shit. I'm first I'm gonna go with the whole I'm gonna go last first, right? They talking about they took down the emblem for the Redskins. They changed their name. They mainly wanted to change the goddamn emblem, to tell you the truth. But now they talking about they gonna go for the Kansas City Chiefs, these $5 Indians, right? And what about the Blackhawks? What about the college football, the Seminoles? These people just gonna erase everything. You see what I'm saying? 'Cause they know we waking up. That's how I see it. You see what I'm talking about? It's like, damn, what else y'all gonna do? Y'all already did enough to us just on paperwork. Like they say, the pen is mightier than the sword, right? If I can just write you out of anything. I mean, I ain't gotta fight you. I ain't gotta go off. We ain't gotta curse and fight in the street or nothing. No, I'm gonna go right over here and I'm gonna write this on paper and say, you something else. Now I don't mean the way we talk, like, ooh, that boy something else, that girl something. No, I mean like I'm gonna literally change your whole demeanor, right? I'm gonna change your whole nationality and just write you out of history. You gonna be this now. You done already changed our name what 4 or 5 times? Okay, y'all Americans. Oh no, y'all American Indian. Oh no, 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 y'all colored people. Oh no, 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 now y'all niggas. Oh no, 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 no. Y'all black. Oh no, 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 no. I'm gonna change it to African Americans. What's gonna be next? You know what I'm saying? This what these people do. You know, and I just got through leaving Dark Man channel. He breaking down all the COVID stuff and how they do. Our people need to know law. We do not know. First of all, common law. Let's get it corrected. Common law or natural law. We don't know that. The majority of our people don't have a clue about what common law is. As soon as you are born, you have a right to everything. And I mean everything. But if you don't know that and I change your name and you believe it, and that's why they call it 12 years a slave, because from kindergarten or preschool to the 12th grade, I changed you into a slave. Believe everything I put in this book and these teachers and all them, and you got the publishing houses rewriting history. You know, I ain't heard nothing about no etymology. Now I will say I learned that by going through the Moors until I came into this knowledge. But it's like, where was y'all cats at, when I was in junior high? Why come y'all wasn't out there talking to us or coming to our schools? Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? But now that it's come full circle, oh no, we been here, we been here. I ain't heard about you. I ain't heard about y'all cats, 10, 15, 20 years ago, whatever, at all. Now, I went to school with a girl in high school and her uncle, which they call in St. Louis, they called him Mo. They said, "Oh yeah, man, her uncle was Mo." I didn't know what a Mo was, but now here it is, years and years and years later. Oh, you meant more, because she was dating this one cat I was cool with, and he was like, "Yeah, man, her uncle was Mo." I was like, "Well, what's a Mo?" He said, "Man, he tough, man. He be about his stuff." And now I look back on all that, right? It's like, okay, but that's like me knowing something about you and I'm your uncle or grandfather or cousin, whatever, and never let you know and just let you float through life like, y'all, them niggas just ignorant. We gonna have our own little group over here. Now that we didn't came out and we waking up, now it's all, hey, guess what, guys? We been here. Where was you at then? When the '90s was going on, niggas doing drive-bys and gang bash, gang-related shootings. You go up to Chicago, which I used to stay up there because we got family in Chicago from St. Louis. I mean, first cousins, aunties, my mama's sisters, and all them. All I seen was gangster disciples, brothers, and so on else. Right, all the gangs that was in Chicago, and they all doing the same signs. I mean, as far as they own the thing. But now I look back on it, I mean, damn, y'all not telling us nothing. And I'm talking about being the age of 10, 11, 12. Oh, I went up there to visit my cousin, say, oh, don't wear your hat to the left, man. You get fucked up here doing that. I'm 10, 11 years old. Why come I can't wear my hat to the left? Just don't do it. Why come I can't wear my hat to the right? Just don't do it. You know what I'm saying? And then you come home, you start getting of age of 16, 17, and then you got the gangster disciples coming down from Chicago. You got the Crips and Bloods coming in from the West Coast, and so on and so on, right? Nobody saying a word. A word. Oh, and to go off of what Real Rap was talking about. Or I think it was Real Rap. I'm not sure. One of you brothers, or maybe the Empress did. I'm not sure. The girl, I ain't gonna call her that. The woman, Candace Owen. Some of the stuff I be tripping off of what she be saying. Like she have her little guests and she kind of act like she high and mighty, right? But she for Trump, so on and so on else. She's Republican, she conservative, and it's like, damn, some of this shit her ass is making sense on. It's like, okay, yeah, we'll jump on, like Pina said earlier. You got a police officer with his knee in dude neck, and we ready to go shout and holler and all that, right? But we not doing nothing about so-called black on black crime at all. You see a nigga, it's okay, them niggas just arguing, he killed him, and you know how them niggas crazy. But let somebody white do the same thing, we ready to march and Black Lives Matter and all this other crazy shit that comes about. It's like, huh? No, if you gonna do them like that, do these niggas the same way. They live around you every day, because we don't look out for each other like we used to. And
I gotta
everybody,
ask you that question. I gotta break in and ask you that question. I gotta break in
mm,
and ask you that question.
go ahead.
When we talk about Black Lives That Matter, Rainstorm, and I'm talking to you,
Hmm.
how could it matter if we don't if we don't show the same energy when a black man kills a black man?
That's what I was
What is
getting to.
going
That's why
on with the deception and what we look at?
you're right.
And I'm
You're
gonna mute
right.
my
That's
mic.
what I was getting to. That's what I was getting to, Peanut. To tell you the truth, that's why I said the look. And she got her own channel. The Candace Owen girl. Lady rather. She's saying the same thing because she gets certain people on her show. Her shit more professional because she's backed up. And like I said, she claims Republican and she claims being what is it conservative. You know. So that's what I was getting to, Peanut. To tell you the truth, that's why I said the look. And she got her own channel, for the Candace Horn, lady, right? She's saying the same thing because she gets certain people on her show, her shit more professional because she's backed up. Like I said, she claims Republican and she claims, being what is conservative. That's what I was getting to. That's why I said, look, she got her own channel,
Hold up. I'm hearing distorted and I gotta mute. Hold up. Gotta mute the person. Hold up. As we had Alan popped on, and then I want to go back to first of all, we got to do this in respect. Okay, I want you to understand. Alan, I know Ismail, Mr. Ismail. I messed his name up. His name, Mr. Ismail. He came on, and then we had somebody talk. Now I'm going to go back to Miss. We have to go down the line. I want to go to Mr. 504 brother.
Yes,
Go ahead.
I'm gonna be courteous and let Ishmael come in and let him talk because he's the new one on the panel. So I'm gonna hear what he's saying. But to touch on what Brother Rainstorm was saying right quick, I don't listen to Candace because for a simple reason, you got to remember who controlling the agenda at the end of the day. and she has an agenda and she's working for certain people. Because I done found out some of the stuff that that she said gonna be false. She's been caught in a lie a few times, and you gotta look who she's worshiping and who she's working for. But to touch on what you were saying, though, Peanut, you made a good statement earlier about wealth. About wealth, we need to come together and find a way how to cut off the man, and we don't need them, and create our own wealth. But before we get to wealth, we have to drop the egos at the door, and we have to come together as grown men and grown women and come with a real blueprint to where it's gonna benefit everybody and not just one person. So everybody can get a piece of the pie and come together. Because if we can get some land together and we can get some land, we can generate wealth. Because if you can grow, we can get some people who that we know can be a technician. Okay, you're a tech, you can build up this for us that we can use for wise technology. Hey, you know how to be a farmer? We can use you to be a farmer. You know how to you a PR representative. You know how to do that. We can use you to speak for us. Everybody has a job to where everybody can come together and everybody can be on one accord. If we can just drop egos at the door and be grown ups for just a while so we can get this up and running, we'll be all right because that'll show them that we don't need them. Yeah, it's true. We had the Black Wall Street and all that, but we can't do it again. That was a different time. We are new guys. You see what I'm saying? So we can build our own schoolhouse, teach our own kids what we want to teach them about their nationality, about how they indigenous to the land, and take away what they want to teach. It's just like Brother Rainstorm or someone said earlier about about what they about their history. Yeah, it's true. You went to school from pre-K to 12th grade, and you learn and they enslaved you to what they wanted you to know. So now here you 19, 20, 21, 22 trying to debunk what they taught you in school and really learn who you is. So now you're gonna take the rest of your life to figure out who you is. When you come to be 45, 50, you like, okay, now I know who I am. They gave you a piece of paper that say, oh, you graduated from high school. How you figure how you gonna figure you gonna cut me off in my education and tell me that it's okay now? No,
Osama, you.
no, it don't go like that. You did. You
Okay.
have to learn
Let's.
yourself.
You, well, what you on point as usual. Let's hear what the brother Ismail has to say, and we're gonna go to brother Ismail, and then we're gonna go back to Sister Purple. Okay, so let's go back and shout out to Osama, you. Okay, shout out.
Hello? Hello?
We can hear you, brother. We can hear you speak. You
Oh,
got the mic,
I'm
brother.
really
Speak.
no, I'm really y'all can keep talking. Let 504 finish what he had in mind because I'll chime in later. Let everybody talk. I'm just listening right now.
Okay, we're gonna go to Sister Purple.
Thank you. Hello to everybody on the chat panel. Hello to everybody in chat. Um,
Salute.
what is actually going on is that we're having to deal with people wanting a savior. You have a lot of people who don't want to take accountability for their own lives. And it's a lot more common than people care to realize or want to admit. Um, as far as building wealth, that's something you can do right now. There's a lot of things that's available to you online that you can start to implement into your day-to-day life that will help you to build your wealth to put your family in a better situation, because a lot of what's going on is that our people are not wealth literate. So it's just about educating people on how to make their money work for them, because there's a lot of things that you can be doing that will help you to actually build the wealth that you were speaking of. There's opportunities that can be had, but you need to know how to go about it, how to, hi assume how to do things that will help you. Because, like, right now, I'm working on a few things for my family. And there's other things simple things you can do, like investing into black banks. There's like 25 black owned banks right now that you can invest into. It's just about waking up and realizing that you're allowed to invest into yourself and to love yourself enough to want to invest into yourself and want to better yourself and for your family.
Hey, it was something that they led into Peanut. Look, I'm gonna share my screen. This is Brother
Okay,
Legendary
back to
Talk.
you. Now, say you're screaming. I'm ready to open it up, brother. Go ahead.
I got you. Look. So this leads right into what Purple was just saying. It's my brother Legendary Top Cats. And it goes into what 504 brother was saying, and then I'm gonna comment afterwards on what you was saying. Let's see. Let me switch my mic up because you're not gonna be able to hear it. Hold on. Switch my mic to stereo.
This NFAC shit, I think it's big. Fuck, it's a big picture to it, right? Because all of that shit right there, yeah, that nigga there, I think the white folks sent him. You know what I'm saying? I think they sent him. But what is done is it's exposed. It's exposed our foundation. Exposed our lack of leadership. It exposed our lack of community. It exposed our lack of goddamn awareness. You know what I'm saying? A lot of motherfuckers running around here talking about the law and all of this shit, illegal shit. But put the shit in action, homie. Put it in action. You know that nigga that he out there doing everything, all in the goddamn fines of the law. He making sure he ain't breaking no laws and all this type of shit here. But my thing is put it in action, my nigga. Niggas steady trying to do it by themselves. That's why the shit ain't that effective. What niggas is doing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's true, motherfuckers can be doing something and putting in work, but goddamn nigga, it's a lack of motherfucking community. Supposed to be a each one teach one situation, and that shit supposed to be a domino effect. But it has to be energy. It has to be a certain motherfucking system set up. You know what I'm saying? You come in here, hope niggas gonna be unity, or we gonna get down on your bitch ass. You come in here, hoe nigga, and you trying to flag something, anything but unity, nigga, we don't need you. Too many niggas got jealous hearts. Too many niggas got insecurities. A lot of niggas wanted to be first. The play that nigga Grandmaster Jay getting, a lot of niggas gonna be jealous of that shit. Cause he got all them bitches on his dick over there. Oh, they loving them. Niggas mamas out there talking about Grandmaster Jay. Asian, Asian or no Asian, goddamn. You know what I'm saying? Because whatever reasons he doing it, the people that don't understand that shit. See, we woke. We woke. Sleep motherfuckers who don't understand that, he is more effective to the motherfucking sleep people. And that's what's happening. That's what's happening. That's why he is exposing this shit. Because all the motherfuckers that other people couldn't wake up. I'm finna show you something. Watch this here. All the motherfuckers that didn't want to wake up, fella, they got their soul food, goddamn. Let me tell some of their soul food over there, fella. Now watch this here. That nigga, you know why he waking so he more effective or waking up more sleep motherfuckers than he woke motherfuckers? Because the nigga going out there and he's showing he's organized and he's showing community. He organized and he's showing community. He's showing motherfuckers coming together. Showing motherfuckers coming together. So I don't give a fuck what a nigga said. Niggas been talking this shit, like I say, since the 1800s. Give a fuck how many people you got of crack. or any of these other programs these niggas did is not effective, nigga, unless you come together. And so the people are waking up, and they waking up fast because they see motherfuckers together. They see motherfuckers boots on the ground taking action. Anybody could have done that. They've been having the groups. I ain't talking about get out there 1,600 niggas in purple Power Ranger uniform, nigga, and march with a Bible in your hand. Nigga, I don't know what type of games you come to play, nigga, but this is 2020. This 2020, nigga. That shit, a lot of that shit ain't gonna work no more. You know what I'm saying? It gotta be a code around this hoe, nigga. Gotta be a code around this hoe. You know what I'm saying? Niggas gotta get that motherfucking warrior spirit back in them. Bitch, you gonna have to fight, nigga. You here? You gonna die one day, nigga. You gonna die one day. I already tell y'all, niggas don't do shit cause they scared to die. Niggas don't do shit cause they scared to die. You gonna die one day, nigga. You better ride for your motherfucking people, nigga. You better ride for the cause, nigga. It's your fault that it's your motherfucking fault, nigga. Your ass was born in this time, nigga, for a motherfucking reason. And if you ain't got no motherfucking reason or no purpose, nigga, then right here where you find one. And it'll be easy for them little niggas in the hood and shit to tap into that shit. You know what I'm saying? The little homies and all of that shit there, nigga. Them niggas like that shit. For one, they ain't woke and they don't know nothing about none of this other shit, information or none of that type of shit. All they see is niggas with guns, nigga, and goddamn got their boots on the ground and want to do something about it. They don't hear all of that shit. They ain't finna go be researching. They ain't gonna be looking at my videos and see that this nigga here was a presidential candidate, nigga, military, nigga, and all this other Jason Bourne ass shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? All they see is a black man out there, nigga. He an elder too. Nigga got a lot of wisdom, and he probably speaking and it's resonating them with them, nigga, because they never had that older male figure in their motherfucking life, nigga. And so the homie waking up a lot of sleep motherfuckers. And so since he can go out there and wake up the sleep motherfuckers, nigga, what a woke motherfuckers that's gonna come together. And that's what he's exposing. How woke is a nigga really if goddamn unity or community ain't at the top of the motherfucking list? You ain't got no foundation. You don't have a foundation.
Wow.
I was just
Man,
speaking
so
on
that's
this.
what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking.
It's my brother. That's why I was like, man, y'all leading it perfect. Y'all let me work right into, you know what I'm saying, resharing the video, and I just showed them that, I reshared it. So, you know what I'm saying, y'all go sub to my brother Legendary Talkcast. I'm telling you, the truth comes and from multiple voices.
I
The
just
truth
said that, brother.
the truth comes from multiple voices, man. I'm just saying, hey, I came in right when you were saying the thing about DJ, about Grandmaster J. You know what I'm saying? I came in right when you were saying. That's why I said salute 504, because I'm on the same vibration. Whether the nigga agent or not, I don't care. I don't think he is, but let's find out. Nigga, it's about time somebody do something. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what, and
It's
that's
gonna
what
take
I
a
was saying
spark.
right there.
You know what? I want to sit here. I want to sit here and tell y'all this. Is that I heard so many people even call and inbox me and say, "Do I think this guy is serious? What you think, Peanut Note 504? What you think about this cat?" I don't give a damn about if the man is turning heads. And I'm so
Facts.
sick of the
Facts.
people who don't do shit in your community, don't do a damn thing, and want to be the main one to criticize a brother or a sister that's out here talking and speaking the
Woo!
real. I'm sick of that. What the hell are you doing in your community? What the hell are you doing to stand up? See, you want to sit there and talk about Uncle Tom, but Uncle Tom freed 100 slaves. Half of you guys don't know your history. It was Sambo who said, well, he said, Master, Master, you sick? I'm sick too, Master. You have to understand the difference between an Uncle Tom and a difference between a slave. Who is Sambo? And I'm telling you that we got to stop knocking our own and embrace our own nation of people. This brother real rap, giving us the real. Subscribe to that brother P. Subscribe to that brother Rainstorm. Subscribe to that brother, to the sister Purple. Subscribe to the brother 504 Ismail. Because it takes some very brave people to come on Peanut Nola 504 channel, on his panel, to sit here and actually express the real. We're talking about the real.
Facts. Facts. And look,
And I gotta say real rap. and
Fact.
I'm
What
gonna
I
hit the
was
mic.
just saying. I what I was
nah,
just saying this morning when I first
yeah.
came on. I said
Mhm.
I was hot because don't I've been seeing it all day yesterday on my timeline, man, trying to down this brother, and I got hot with it because for a simple reason, man. I got tired of responding to people because I'm sick and tired of these keyboard trigger fingers. You dig? This
Yeah.
man and his crew is putting their life on the front line every time. That could have went south yesterday when they went to Louisville, but that brother put
Facts.
his life on the front line yesterday with his crew. But you got people sitting behind a keyboard want to criticize that brother. Man, miss me with the go criticize your mama. Leave that man alone because we ain't got so many people like that left to stand up for what we got going on. That man trying to get justice for a sister who was killed in her house, in her bed. And
Facts.
everybody's
And
sweeping underneath the rug and don't want to get no justice for her. Man, that man not sleeping until they do something about it. And when it was crazy is the governor after that happened yesterday evening, the governor, the white guy, I can't think of his name, he came out and said this Brianna case investigation is taking too long. Right after they went to Louisville, he come out and say that. So that let me know that man got pressure. That man got getting results. So miss me with all that extra shit y'all talking about this, bro. I don't care what he do, what if he Asian. I don't give a damn about his off the clock job. I'm judging him on what he did and why he getting results done. The man and his crew. If you got something to say something about, don't even subscribe to my channel if you're negative about the brother because this man put his life on the chopping block, and we don't have people like that. You did put their life on a chopping block for us, man. And that man trying to get justice for a sister who everybody's starting to forget about and sweep it underneath the rug. No, you continue to put your foot on the neck. They put their foot on our necks and don't stop. Then he did it legally. So don't come with me. That man doing it legally, man. And he doing it by the books. That's why I tell everybody, you learn the system and you beat them at their own game, man. And that's exactly what he doing. He learned the system. And people don't even know the man was running for president. The man ran for president, and people don't even must know that, but they don't want to criticize him and don't want to do research. They don't want to do research. They want to just jump out there. Oh man, let me tell you something, man. I don't care about what he did off the clock. This man is, man. Look, I watched this brother. I watched this brother when he go live. He do a morning mental and that. He's not doing it but passing information. That's how I get a lot of my information on, man. You can't just be in a bubble. You gotta go to everybody. You gotta go to everybody, and everybody gonna teach you something, man. You can't go through life dumb every day. You see what I'm saying? He talk about wealth. He talk about how to get our own land and stuff like that. There, if you ain't talking about progress and how to get more land and create wealth, we don't need to be talking. The same thing with Peanut Nola. He said we gotta generate wealth, grow your own vegetables. People that's giving you the game. It's up to you to do the research. It's up to you to
I,
do the research.
I want to jump in real quick and hey brother 504 man, you cooking man, and look at the so-called de facto government we have
Only
now, right?
because of you guys. All I am better because of you guys.
No, man, we here to learn, man. I might be a master student. I know I'm not a master teacher. You know what I'm saying? If I gotta learn something that I didn't know from yesterday. You see, that's the whole point in all this. That's how I take it. It's like, oh damn, I didn't know that. Real rap said that. Oh, I didn't know that. 504 brother said that. I didn't know this. Empress Purple said, and so on. Peanut. We can go on, right? It's some shit that I need to know that I didn't know yesterday, a week from yesterday, a month from yesterday, a year from yesterday, and whatever, right? You know what I'm saying? But I want to just say this though. The same way this de facto government, so-called US corporation, you can look that up, right? We know the United States is a goddamn corporation. Not America, the United States. Why? It's the same way with if that brother's doing it, there go your military. You see, the government, the so-called government got a military. They got a think tank. They got a person that knows how to do well. We should be doing exactly what the brother 504 said. We need people that know how to grow shit. We need people that know how to hold a goddamn weapon that can do some damage to your ass. We need motherfuckers that can teach our children. They're smart and educated and went to college, and now they got this history and this knowledge behind them. It's right across the board. You see what I'm saying? You can't put everything on Grandmaster Jay because he's not about all that. You know what I'm saying? And most of us that have been in the military, you know how military people can think. They're like, oh, fuck it. Let's go kick their ass. And, we got the president going, hold on, wait a minute, before we send you motherfuckers in. You know what I'm saying? We have to have stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody thinks different. But guess what? These de facto governments, the de facto courts, look up the word de facto, they all part of one system, but they all work together. You see what I'm saying? They know what they're doing. We need to do the same for our people, the indigenous copper colored American Indians here. You know what I'm saying? And then you know how our people is. If you don't show it, it's like this nigga just talking. You whatever, nigga. Do what? I'm supposed to fill out what paperwork? I'm supposed to get a gun for what? Let me see you do it. That's just what we do. That's how we made up. And like the sister was saying earlier, right? About it's shit in your DNA. We've been traumatized. And that shit goes down through your DNA. You know what I'm saying? It's like if your wife or your woman pregnant or whatever, and y'all constantly arguing, that's traumatizing the child. I don't say kids because we know what kids are, baby goats. And every once in a while to slip out, but I got to correct myself and go, I meant the child. You know what I'm saying? We got to speak a whole nother language. And mainly all that language is straight law, right? That's what it is. Instead of, oh yeah, those my kids over there. Oh, you got little baby goats? Oh, I mean, you know what I mean, man. You trying to be funny. No, you just called your child a kid. When you look up what a kid is, you just called your baby a baby goat. You see what I'm saying? Instead of saying, no, that's my child. And if you really want to get deep with it, if they kidnap, which they do, your son or your daughter, when these policy enforcers show up and say, oh, we locked your son up. No, you kidnapped him. See the word kidnap? You baby go to them. You snatch they your property. Most people are like, oh, my child ain't. No, your children, everything, your house, your car, that's your property by law. And then, God forbid, bring up genealogy and shit. And you got the paperwork on. No, I got 5, 6, 7 generations back, and my great 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 grandpa them they was Indian or colored or Negro, and all that Negro and colored translate back into Indian. So what you talking about? You got my property. You see what I'm saying? And after that, I leave it alone. I pass the mic, y'all.
Yeah, hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
504. Let me see. Real rap. Real rap. Let's go to real rap
Hello?
right quick because real rap got something that he's giving on the real. You heard?
All right. So this is from 2019. I can't find my other link. But this is like they basically been averaging 1,000 deaths a year. Some years more than others. Um, this is like a chart. This is just one. You know what I'm saying? This is just one. And this is just from 2019. These are all the shootings all around the country. Um, so yes, like Breonna Taylor is the hot topic right now. Her name is the hot topic. Rest in peace to the sister. But we got a whole lot to deal with that people don't even be researching, they don't even be looking into. You know what I'm saying? Like I could show you a whole list of names of all the ones that's been slain just from 2012, 2013. Um, and this is what uh not effing around, you know what I'm saying, click community, organization, whatever you want to call it. That's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? Whether the dude is an agent or not, I don't care. Like my thing is, bro, what are we gonna do? You know what I'm saying? What is the regular man and woman gonna do? Because I know the sister's tired of it. You know what I'm saying? Sister's been tired of it. And they looking at you crazy. That's why you don't get act right, man. Because it's like, bro, it's an energy, man. You know what I'm saying? Her energy messed up because in her spirit, she know this system is a shithole, man. Trump want to talk about other countries being a shithole. Nah, the U.S. system is a shithole. You know what I'm saying? And enough is enough. It's been time to do something for us to stand up, ourselves. It's been time. Salute to my sister, good day, Jewel. Happy birthday. Happy belated birthday. You know what I'm saying? Her birthday was yesterday.
Give me
Happy
one
birthday to you
second. Give
too.
me 1 second. I just want to say something. If you
But
in the chat or you viewing this video, could you please press a like? Could you please press a like? Okay, that's all I'm asking you. Or you don't want to press a like, press a dislike. But please press a like or a dislike to this video. Thank you.
so every year you can go back every year. People don't even look this stuff up, man. Every year you go back, like I said, it's down there 1,000 every, and this is just what's reported on from just one so-called media publication every year. Why is that? Why is the number damn near the same every year? Because it's systematic. Because this is a quota. Some years they hit it, some years they don't. They damn near be there every year though. One killing of a copper colored Indian or indigenous person is too many. One in my book. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's unjust. Because the white man has no right to be a moral judge of nobody, not even his own household. He can't morally judge his own household. How the fuck he gonna come and morally judge us on anything when he has
Straight true.
his nature is to be a pedophilic. How do you say that shit? Pederast. You know what I'm saying? You harm and affect the kids, the children. Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? You harm and affect the children
It's
first.
your nature. It's your nature. But go ahead, real rap.
It is in their nature, man. They beasts. That's why I call them cave beasts. They beasts. That's what the little kids is afraid at night under the bed. That damn cave beast. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Kushma. You know what I'm saying? Some people in New Orleans they know them as Kushma. Like that's what you got to put solder on the bed for. That damn cave beast. You know what I'm saying? Uh, but through the Most High, you know what I'm saying? I'm good. Cause I'm gonna die regardless. One day I'm going to die. I don't know that moment by the second, but it's gonna happen. Whether in my old age or as a young man, but I'm going to perish, and my
Real
soul is
rap.
going to
Real
so
rap. I just want to intervene real quick on what you just said.
good.
Brother, you ain't gonna die. Now, your vessel might pass away, but your
Mhm.
energy,
I was
right?
just about to
It
get into
lives
that.
forever. It lives
Yes.
forever. You just might come back as something, a different person, but you will
Mhm.
never die. You see what I'm talking about?
I
Your
feel that.
vessel, your shell that you in.
Rainstar, can I say something to you about that?
Go
And I
ahead,
have
bro.
said this for many times. I want
Hmm.
you to understand this as the crack your egg thing, okay? Your body is a shell. Your body is a shell. You're born to die. You're born to die, but your spirit will never die. Now, I want you to understand that you age
That's
at
what
a
I was
certain
saying.
level.
That's
And
exactly
with
what I was saying, Peanut.
for
But go
so
ahead. I didn't mean to
many,
cut real rap off, but
yeah,
I get you. Because energy don't
no,
die. It just
for so
transforms.
many who are worried about dying. Yes,
Exactly.
oh
But
yes,
but
because you
but
have a
Yeah.
hold
high
up.
energy and you have a low frequency. You have a
Yes.
high energy and you have a low frequency. So I
I
want you
was
to
just saying if we
understand
was
that
on the
when you
same
understand when you get to that level of that energy, you will never die. A dying should never come in your energy level.
Hmm.
I want you to
and
understand
they
that
got our
dying
people tricked
only
like that.
something
But
because
let
when
me
you
can I
you
ask a
you're
question?
born to die,
Let me say something. Hello?
but that spirit will never
Yeah.
die.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hey, I was just making sure we was on the same sheet of music. Go ahead, real rap. My bad.
Yeah.
Nah, like the brother want to go ahead. I'm gonna touch on after him.
Look, this is Ishmael, man. So
Ishmael, all right.
yeah, so basically I'm like
Yeah.
I get full of information. You know what I'm saying? Every week, every time we on the phone, and every time we on the on a page, and every time we having a live. But it's to it's to the point now. People have to realize, You know, if you obtain and gain a lot of knowledge, that knowledge is worthless if you don't have wisdom with it and you don't apply it. So
Yes.
you can apply you can grab all the knowledge you want. You know what I'm saying? Because basically we are losing the battle because they apply more the knowledge that they have than we have. You know, we don't apply our knowledge. We'll talk about it. Like you said about this guy, Jam, you know, uh he is being proactive with his knowledge. He is because everybody has to understand that they got people who here to help. Cause you ain't gonna be the one to lead. You know what I'm saying? That's what I love about Peanut because he understand, hey, I want everybody to get in here. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna contribute to each other. But you know, if his platform is gonna be out here pushing it, we need to get in where we fit in and learn how to help and help our brother go up. But we all doing a job. We all are important. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So
sir.
it's like we call them beasts, but as a whole, now I'm not talking about people who are woke. We act just like them though.
Mm-hmm.
You know, yeah. I
Keeping the
mean, we could
weed.
call them all kind of beasts. We can call them all kind of beasts and all that because I don't separate myself from my brother just because I'm woke and they not woke. I don't separate myself. I'm still with him. I'm no better than him because at one time I wasn't woke. So
Mm-hmm.
I can't. So as a whole, we act just like as a whole. As a whole, we want what they want. We desire what they desire because that's what we've been taught, and we made in our mind. We made an agreement in our mind that it don't matter what you made when you was a kid. As adults, we have made agreements in our mind to say, "Hey, we're gonna follow them." Now we're
I
gonna
want to
talk.
respond. I
Hold on,
want to
let
respond
me
to you,
finish.
Ismail.
Hold on,
Ismail.
I want to
Ismail.
respond to that
I
too.
want
hold on,
once
hold
you
on. Let me
listen. I'm
finish.
gonna
Let
let
me
you.
let me finish. Let me
Ismail.
finish.
Once
Let me
Chief
let
gonna
me
let you
finish.
listen. Chief gonna listen. Don't you argue with me. Chief
No,
gonna
but I'm
let you
saying
say.
let me finish
Don't
my
you
point
argue
because
with
I
me.
ain't got it. Then you can
Chief.
rebut.
I'm gonna let you
Go
speak.
ahead, fam.
But
Cause
I
yeah,
go because
I want to say something.
hey, you my answer. You and I go through it. This is 24 hours. You and I on the phone. This is what we do.
Right,
Now,
exactly.
what I'm
But
trying to ask you, what I want to ask you is this, because I don't give no freaking excuses
hmm
Uh-oh.
to our
Uh-oh.
people, and
Uh-oh.
I refuse to. Sometimes, sometimes that we get all the time. I say no. Sometimes I think as a nation of people, we get very relaxed as a nation of people. We get comfortable in our skin because it's not happening to us. The person in Chicago that's dying, the person in New Orleans that's dying, it's not happening to us. So we just feel like we don't have to worry about these circumstances. And I'm telling you, it's a some when I get pissed off that all of us get in the uproar when it comes down to police brutality, but we don't have the same motherfucking uh, uh, anger when it comes down to black man killing black man.
and
Hmm.
that's where
And that's the
that's where
shit
I'm
that
going. That's where I'm going. We act just like them. That's my point.
you and I have this argument all the time.
Yeah,
We talk
yeah,
about it
we act
24
just like
7.
them.
Every morning, you call me, I call you. We talk this
Right,
shit.
right. And we
Hold on.
agree.
Other people don't see
We
that.
agree more now. We agree more now than ever because we had to develop. You developed at a rate. I developed at a rate. The process was different, but now the process is on the same. It's going in the same direction. So basically, that's all
That's
I'm
right.
saying. All I'm
Same,
saying
the
is
same frequency. There you
right,
go.
Hold,
right. Yeah, yeah. We in tune. I always talk
hold
about
on
frequency.
though.
We in tune.
Hold on.
Be- but at the end of the day, it's like this. When you are out here, you're speaking. Everybody, guess what? A true leader is not one who's knowledgeable and got all the wisdom. It's the one who has the most influence. Period. Because because
Right.
you could be the smartest dude in the world. And not one person will follow you. So see, and then we have to be not prideful and say, you know what? I can give this dude because he got more influence than me. I could push him, But I could be the generator. I could generate the knowledge. I could help him, and I could be part of it. But people don't want that. They want to be in the front. They want to be, and that's what kills us as a people. You know what I'm saying? We talk about kids like Rainstone talk about kids. We need to stop the word nigga too.
Woo!
Because I didn't heard the word nigga about. I didn't heard the word nigga about, especially with the video I watched. All I heard was nigga, 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 nigga.
Yeah,
So now
yeah.
instead of you sounding like you enlighten me, which you did enlighten me, you sound like we in
Oh,
the
my
hood.
brother.
We in the hood about to go to war. That's how it sounds like to me.
That's what it is, though. See, like I disagree
But
with.
but hold
Look,
up,
man.
but hold up. You can't tell a warrior about going to war if he already a warrior. See, you speaking to the choir. When you got a warrior, I ain't trying to hear. I'm trying to hear something, but I'm trying to hear it because it made a lot of sense. It was very on point. I'm not saying
Oh,
that,
no,
but the people who
everything that
are not on that level, all they hearing is war, bro. That's all they hearing. They're not even catching the gems that he was dropping, the diamonds and the pearls he was dropping. You understand what I'm saying?
I
Like
understand. I,
so, and
I
that's
hear
from a
what you're
different
saying. I hear what
maturity
you're
I
saying.
level.
get what he's saying. I get
That's from a
totally
I
what
different
he's
hear it.
saying.
maturity
And
level. That's why we got
Top Cats is a tight brother. He cool, but that's just the way he talks. You know what I'm
no.
saying? But
And
I
guess
get what
what?
you
And
mean.
guess what? Guess
I
what?
get what
That's
you're saying.
cool. Hold up,
Maybe
that is cool. I'm not about to judge nobody about. I'm talking
And
about
like,
when we are trying to reach the masses of people because we got to come as one. We got to
Yeah.
find other ways. Yeah, that's how you reach. That's how you reach the dudes in the hood. But how you gonna reach the dude with $1 million or
all
a
right,
billion
and
dollars in his
Yeah.
pocket?
I'm gonna answer that.
$1 billion
I'm
in
gonna
his
answer
pocket
that.
who can really help us get that wealth? Who can
I'm
help
gonna
us
answer
buy
that.
that land? He ain't trying
but
to hear
that's
all this here like
I'm
that.
at nah. See, and look, that's what we can't do. See, we can't judge a man on
No, I'm
on
not
one
seeing you
on.
missing
No,
the
he said
point.
he
You
not
missing my
judging them. He
point.
not saying
You
I
that.
got
missing
you. No,
my
no, I'm
point
not missing
already.
your
That's
point.
what I'm saying. The
I'm not.
maturity level.
No, I'm not
You
missing your point because I'm not. See, I'm not always speaking to the presenter. A lot of times, see, like when you got the YouTube, you got to understand that people are watching this on the playback. So I'm not
That's right.
insulting your
That's right.
intelligence. You know what I'm saying? I don't have you
Real rap.
I don't have you misunderstood. I'm a sharp cat. You know what I'm saying? But I always speak to, like how you just said, we speaking to the choir, right? So I speak to the ones that's on the playback more so than to the panel directly. Now, when I address you directly as Ishmael, and then we'll have our dialogue. But the thing with Top Cats is, you know what I'm saying? That's one instance because this is this is one video. Now, if I would have played the whole video, you would have heard that like he's got levels, you know what I'm saying? And that's in our people, man. I always tell
Man
people,
got levels. He got levels.
people from Louisiana, like when you hear us now, he from Houston, but when you hear with his family from here, but when you hear us talk, it's like them jingles, you know what I'm saying? Like during Christmas, the ball going on top of the words. We dynamic in our speech, you know what I'm saying? So I've heard the brother speak fluently, you know what I'm saying, without all the extra passion, in a more palatable way. But I like it
You
because
said it right there. It's straight passion. You said it right there, real rap.
Oh,
But I just
he
want. I
said,
just
look,
want.
listen, he
I,
said it excellent. He said it excellent because people judge Peanut Nola 504 because
but
when
but
I,
but
when I
guess
first
what?
I
I was
come
about to mention
righteous,
you, Peanut.
some people think that I come righteousness, and then sometimes I throw a couple of cuss words in, and then it's like I'm
But you
contradicting
consistent, my
some of the
brother.
things
You
that I'm
consistent
saying. So
not doing that though.
I do
You
understand. I do understand what I understand what the brother is saying. And Ismail, I know you.
so
hold on,
look,
check this
Come
out.
on,
But I'm about to say
you
that
know
about
me.
you. I'm about to say
I
that
ain't
about
gotta
you,
defend.
Peanut. I know you. We know each other from young. And guess what? I see the maturity and I see how you handle yourself on different levels. When you're doing something publicly that's gonna reach people that you don't even maybe not even be intending to reach, you're gonna keep it real, but you're gonna
Right.
also keep it to where everybody, like you say, palatable. Like everybody has a different palate. Everybody has a
Yeah,
different
because
taste.
you gotta say
Everybody has
you're
a
not
different taste.
dealing with
So
the
you
hood.
got to
I
try
don't
to
deal just
And
with the
look,
hood. I
dig in
deal
the
with
check
middle.
this.
everybody.
Just
You
so it's
got to dig
just
in the
so it's
middle.
consistent though, Ishmael. Just so it's consistent. Just so it's consistent. I could show you a video right now of Grandmaster Jay going off with the curse words. You know what I'm saying?
I
But
ain't worried about it. I ain't worried about how you go off because
I
sometimes
know.
when
I'm
you're on
just
voice,
saying,
you need
just
to
to
go
be
off.
consistent.
You
I
need to
know,
go off.
because that's not the overall point of the message. The overall point is this. KBs, because now I'm gonna address you directly. KBs. The thing with them is they they try to play us on our humanity, and they've been doing that since they got here. You know what I'm saying? We are the ones who have humanity. Now I ain't gonna sugarcoat. Do we take it out on one another? Absolutely. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
All throughout America, we take it out, but we're the closest ones to each other. You know what
I
I'm saying?
appreciate all the testosterone on the panel. But can the estrogen speak now, please?
Yeah,
Because
like
Wow.
I
I'm gonna
Yeah,
let
did.
you
you
go.
can
I'm gonna
speak.
finish making
I'm
my
good.
point. I'm gonna
I'm
let you go
good.
though.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you go,
I'm
Purple.
good.
I'm gonna make my point on the back end.
Because I've been
Go ahead.
trying to get all of your attention for a few minutes now.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You good? I was responding back, but you good? Go ahead.
I appreciate that.
Hey, hey,
Um,
hey, hey, hey.
what I was
Oh, the
going to,
only woman in the chat. Hold up now. Listen. That's the only lady in the chat. And I gotta give her respect. No, I want y'all to understand this. I want y'all to understand this. Purple is the only woman who consistently be on this panel 24/7. And it's been a man because
and
it takes a hell of a woman to want to deal with all the testosterone. Okay? So let her have it.
thank you. I appreciate it. I disagree with he needs to speak a certain way. There were 12 disciples in the Jesus Christ because Jesus couldn't reach everybody. I can't reach everybody. Pino Noah can't reach everybody. We represent different groups of people. So there's going to be people who can respond well to what Mr. 504 says, what Rainstorm says, what I say. And it's all necessary because in order to have a functional community, all of us have to come together. We can't be so deep that we're too deep for the people we're trying to reach. And that
That's
has
the
to be
point.
something
Facts.
in
I
mind.
agree. I agree. I want to make sure the sister done because I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Yes, sir,
But
I'm
look,
done. Thank you.
I bet I agree. But
We got Sister Mediva's Mediva's Neighborhood TV is in the house. I just want to give some respect to some of the people that follow me. Subscribe to Mediva's Neighborhood TV. She's also a follower of mine. Okay, so I want you guys to respect that. Okay, go back to the chat. Let's go.
all right, so look, so directly dealing with brother Ishmael, uh they try to confiscate KBs try to confiscate our humanity. Once again, they study our people, they watch us, like they understand. Now look, where you say we the same, right? Where I disagree at. They
Wait. Who I said? Who did I say are the same?
all right, like we do the same things as far as
All right. See, we do the same thing. That's a
right.
whole different
I
statement you
got
made.
you. All right,
All
all
right.
right.
All right. Get
I
that
got you.
together.
I
All right.
appreciate the correction. All right, so
All
we're
right.
doing the same things. So the thing is, doing the same things, I was gonna say I disagree because when it's time to come together, they know when to put down their what they perceive as differences, in order for their common goal, which is us, you know what I'm saying, which is keeping us in this little state, you know what I'm saying, where we don't look at the big picture, you know what I'm saying, like that's the whole thing. I don't have to defend Topcast, he can defend his own. I just wanted to just
Man,
bring.
I'm not against that dude though. See,
Oh
y'all
no, no, I
missing
know
the
you
whole
good.
point, man.
I already know you
Like I
good,
heard
bro.
all the comments, and maybe I didn't come across, but y'all not hitting nothing I was trying to say.
I
But
think
I'm
the brother's
listening.
saying that we need to remove the N word. I think the brother just said
No,
as
not
because
only
you got to
that. I'm
remember
coming
that
up to say,
Mr.
I'm
Ismail
gonna come to
Mr.
all. I'm gonna come to
Ismail
all
is
that.
a elder. So when it comes down to Mr. Ismail is an elder.
nah,
Just
bro,
like
I
I use
use
the N
it.
word like
I
twenty four
use
seven.
all of it. I
And,
use it. I ain't
and,
perfect.
and,
It's funny as hell, man.
Yeah, I use it. I ain't perfect. See, y'all missing the point. It wasn't about all that. It was
Now,
about what I'm
uh-huh.
trying to, what I was trying, my point I was making is that at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? You gotta mix it up
Now I
sometimes.
got you.
Like you saying, I only heard one video. So
Mhm.
now Real Rap is telling me, well, he's versatile. Basically, that's what he basically trying to say. He can move.
Okay.
He can, he can change it up according to the audience or whatever. I'm cool with that. And when somebody I saw a comment, you don't have to talk intellectual and all that. That ain't what I'm talking about. Like, go ahead, finish what you're saying, Real Rap, because
Uh, uh,
that comment was nowhere near what I was talking about.
I got you now. Like it was just a lot said, so I was backtracking
No,
on
you
like.
good. You good. I
All
was
right,
commenting on something else. Not you. Not basically what you said. But what I'm saying is, I'm not telling you got to talk all intellectual. That don't mean nothing. That doesn't mean you know some words that
right,
somebody else don't know. That's all.
right. And see,
See
that's
the
what.
problem is Top Cat. He don't talk into his Harvard language or his. I got my 4 degrees and I'm fucking around, y'all. Top Cats is tight. But I
Right.
see what both of y'all saying. Then you got to think. Look at all the different tribes that was here. We didn't all talk the same. Some of us go hard. Some of us go passionate. Some of us got that laid back way of talking. You know what I'm saying?
And that's
I
why some
swear
of
to
us went to
God.
war
I
with each
swear to
other.
God.
Nah,
My mama
I
even
got.
told me. My mama told me that today, this morning, she was like, sometimes you just, baby, you curse too much sometimes. I said, well, mama, that's from, every once in a while I get passionate. Then that Marine Corps shit come out, the truck driving shit come out, because you trying to put your point across. You know what I'm saying? And like Real Rap said, no, Top Cats don't talk like that all the time. You know what I'm saying? Not at all. He know how to get straight, like, boom, here it is. Same way you said Grandmaster Jay. You know what I'm saying? We just are passionate people. You know what I'm saying? Empress Hobart get like that. She just like,
Hmm.
brrr, firing machine guns. You got to duck and shit, because you don't, you know what I'm saying? But no, y'all go ahead, man. I just want to throw that
Right.
in there.
So look, all right. So to backtrack, I got you. Sayemi, I got you. To backtrack, all right, because you didn't say we are the same. We do some of the same things. So to backtrack on that point, uh, what I was getting at is we do some of the same things until it's time to put the petty differences down and focus on the objective, which is for us should be, what I'm saying, to come together in order to get us out of the plight of what our ancestors fought against, which is the system. For them is to maintain the system, and that's what I agree with the whole thing with somebody stepping up, because it was said earlier that we be looking for a leader. Some people that like that's true, but how I look at it is, from my perspective, is we're looking for leadership. You know what I'm saying? And that comes from multiple platforms, multiple stages. Because our community isn't even a community. That's why I hate when people say the culture. We don't have a culture. You know what I'm saying? Our culture is dysfunction, and we got to get out of that. Like, because we wasn't always like that. That's recent. We had to get out of this dysfunction and wait until the last minute. You know what I'm saying? In order to deal with this problem, because it's not going away and it's only going to get worse. So we do some of the same things because out of necessity. Out of necessity, we accept come together. That's the point I wanted to hit, because they're tribal as well. They're cliquish as well, until what I'm saying, they have a major problem that they look to one another. Well, look, hey Bob, hey Jim, we got to come together to get the niggers. And it's like, nah, we don't look at it in the same fashion. Like, and we have the same amount of training, we have more knowledge, and we're closer to the roots within, what I'm saying, of who we are and our beings in the earth and all that. But we got to tap in. Just because we got it, uh we don't use it. We not tapped in. And in my opinion, that's why I agree with what Topcast was saying. Like with brother Jay, I said this on my live earlier. He's just the initiate. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, I think somebody bigger is gonna come along, and there's gonna be splinter groups. That's how we do. That's just how our people are. Our people will be like, all right, well, I see what they're doing, but I feel like I could do it better. So they're gonna start coming up with other groups, but
Well, I
and
want to say, I want to tell you
But
this
see,
too.
that's the thing. That's why they got us beat, dude.
No, no,
Like
no, no, Alan,
mentally, mentally.
let me get in
Yeah.
here. Let me get in here. And I want to say this. I want you guys to understand this. And it's something that I heard you say, real rap, man, real rap,
Mhm.
man. You be splitting them them gems. But I want you to understand
Appreciate it.
this. The stuff that I follow, the stuff that I do. I I want you to understand that we as a human, we say things in emotion. Bobcat was emotional. For those who follow Peanut Nola 504, I'm emotional. If you listen to my lives, You listen to some of the things, and as I get going, you start seeing the energy flow.
Like a diesel
And
engine.
the Most High take, yes, the Most High take over me. So I might say all kinds of shit that may not, it may be insensitive to others. But when you're building, you will understand. It's not for everyone. My bill is not for everyone. Top Cat bill is not for everyone. I want you to understand that there are only certain amount of people that are built for the message that we speak. You either weak or you strong. And I'm gonna tell you, that's the problem with the so-called African Americans, that we are not strong. We are sensitive to things that are passionate in the conscious community. There's nothing wrong with him talking what he's saying. He said a bunch of niggas. So what? So what? It's okay. All these white men have been calling us niggas, bitches, and hoes. But and guess what? Our black melanated men love to call our women bitches and hoes.
as a whole, but not individually.
As a whole.
But see, that's my point.
So when are we gonna get it?
That's
The
my
point
point.
what I'm telling you is not an argument, my brother. It's
No, it's
not an
not an
argument
argument at
when you
all.
passionate.
It's cool to
The
be
bottom
passionate.
line, I'm telling you, it's cool. It is cool to be passionate. But where are we gonna go from there?
But hold up, this is what I'm
Where are
saying,
we gonna
Peanut.
go from there?
Peanut, check this out.
Tell me what you're saying.
They hate.
Tell me what you're saying.
All
I
right,
believe.
they hate us just for being the color of skin we have, right? They hate us. They don't even know why they hate us. They've been taught to hate us. You understand what I'm saying? So when they do that, they are on one accord when they do it. If somebody rides up, the next one ain't trying to pull him down to try to be more, to be the ultimate hater and everything. All they do is pull together, pull together, pull together. Real rap says something about culture. Shit, yes, we do got a culture. We got his culture that he taught us. That call women bitches. That call women and all that. Just disrespect the queen and the mothers of the earth and everything. The mothers of the earth, not the mothers of black men and children. The mothers of the entire earth. So at the end of the day, we do have a culture, but it's his. Why has he studied and gotten to the point where he always conscious of trying to get us to be to do? He's determined what the culture is going to be, and we just follow right into it. We follow right into it. We let something big as rap, the best expression that had came out, and we let him pervert it and turn it into what he wanted it to be. That's my whole point about the message and everything. We got to get to the point where we on one accord. We got one message. I don't care if it's coming in different methods and different coming through different vessels and all that. It's got to be one solid message, and we got to agree in principle. We ain't got to agree in everything, but our principles, we should all stand basically on the same principle, and that's equality. That is getting back what is rightfully ours. We talk about wealth. How many people, like, come on, man? How many people got money and can't even handle their own money in their own house? So how you think they gonna handle a whole bunch of wealth? They gotta be retaught. They gotta know how to do. We gotta get disciplined on a lot. See, that's the thing. These people are disciplined in certain areas, and they pass that down to generation. They hate is discipline. That's why it's so powerful, because they discipline with it, and they're gonna keep teaching and keep teaching and keep teaching it. You know what I'm
And
saying?
why in the Bible they call I don't know if it was Jacob and all that. I'm not real keen on the whole Bible, but what I'm saying is
Okay,
they call
let
him
me. You brought up the
they
Bible. You brought up the Bible rings. Jacob
Hold on,
I'm
and
let him say
Esau.
what he said though.
Now,
I want to hear
not
the question.
I didn't mean to cut your water off another step on your toes, bro. I was just
No, go
going
ahead.
off
I want to hear the question though.
because
I'm
truth
good.
searchers say the same thing, and I feel what he's saying. Sometimes I got to catch you right then and there, or it'll go out the window. So
Right,
I'm just
right,
gonna
right.
build off of what you saying as far as you got in the Bible, the prodigal son went and spent all his shit. Then he came home raggedy, dusty, and his daddy invited him right back. You know what I'm saying? And his older brother's like, damn, well, I mean, why you gonna let him? You know, you see what I'm saying? It's the same thing. We go out, we do stuff, and then we broke and don't know where all our money went. We didn't kicked it, party, whatever. And guess what? My stepdaddy told me this right before I went to the Marine Corps. The same day the goddamn recruiter is standing in the door, right? He was like, you ready to go? And I turned around, I told him, my mom, I said, thank y'all for everything y'all put up with me for, da da da, right? He said, son, no matter what happened to you, you can come home. I
Right.
don't care what your problem, you come home. You see what I'm saying? I love that man. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what my father told me
I
also.
yeah. And for your parents, and he was my stepdaddy. My real daddy, he cool as hell too. But you know what I'm saying? So I'll leave that alone. Let me jump out for a minute.
Nah, nah. You made a valid point, and that's what it is. But see, when the prodigal son came back, he didn't go. He didn't go back into the pig pen though. He
Yeah,
learned from that. He learned from that mistake. See, we go right
yeah,
back into the pig pen. See, that's
exactly.
what I'm talking about. We go right back into the pig pen. It's all right to make a mistake. We don't have to cast somebody off because they didn't go how we felt they should go. That might not have been their process. But when
Right.
they come back, we should
hey,
open.
I
We
don't
have
want
to
to cut
open,
you off.
but don't go
Hey,
back to the pig
brother,
pen.
I just found out. Hey, my brother, I'm not trying to argue.
No,
I
go
just want to
ahead.
tell you
Go
that the
ahead, Peanut.
Kulu is for those. I'm just listen. There's a guy who came on the Kulu. Salute to the Kulu. He's in my chat, and I'm like, wow, I'm just giving salute to a bunch of people that I respect. Mr. Harmony, you know what I'm saying? I want you guys to subscribe to his channel. Also, Kurt Washington, original copper, my brother. But I didn't really. I'm just letting you guys. I'm giving shout outs. So I'm gonna mute my mic. Go ahead, brothers. Y'all keep talking.
Hey,
Nah,
salute. Like finish your point. Finish your thought, Ishmael. My bad.
nah. That's all I'm saying, man. All I'm saying is you brothers come on here and y'all have so many gems and knowledge and everything, and that's all good, man. And it's fine. It's gonna help lift the people. You understand? It's gonna help lift the people, no doubt. It don't
Mhm,
matter if they get it today or they don't get it to 50 years from now. As long as they get it and we keep progressing. I
mhm.
understand that point, but them
Ain't
You had a
hoods
point
people,
in the
too. Like
house.
you made a
them
valid point
people,
too, Ishmael. You made a
them
valid
people,
point.
yeah, yeah, but them people, they real about they hate. They ain't playing with they hate. They
I want
serious.
to touch on that. Yep. Like you lead me right back. Well, look, I'm gonna salute you first. You know what I'm saying? Because you made a valid point off of the parable that was told with the prodigal son. So
Hmm.
they say even a dog knows not to go back and eat his own vomit, right? I know that's in the
Right.
scriptures.
Hmm.
Exactly.
And one thing that y'all said while I was on mute, this is my personal opinion. I don't feel like I'm dropping a fact. It's my opinion. But my opinion is the reason why they hate us. Because I used to think, why do they hate us? Is it really because of the blackness? Is it
You're
really
going
because
in
of
and
the
out,
color of the
sir.
skin? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's like I heard everything you said, but it
Okay.
was you was
Hey,
going in and out though.
it's just on stream.
So
Y'all
you
stream
went
y'all be doing that.
in and out. The sister heard. Yeah, yeah. Just
Yeah, yeah.
go
Like,
back what you was
yeah,
doing. Repeat that.
I, I got you. What I was saying, yeah, and that's stream, y'all. It'll be smooth on the YouTube. But basically what I was saying is, I was thinking about K Beast and why do they hate our people? And I was asking myself, is it because of the blackness or is it because of the color of the skin? Like, is it what we represent? I used to think all that, and until recently, I was saying, I'm about to state an opinion, but I feel like the reason is because of what we did to them first. You know what I'm saying? Because Y'all know white people are the pettiest people on earth, and they got their ass whooped all throughout history by our ancestors. They just started getting it together in the 1600s. You know what I'm saying? They got their ass whooped, and that's why that's why they fight within this system like how they do. There was a comment that was made by Elemental Harmony. It was about the system. He said, "This capitalistic system isn't meant for us. Our system is trading resources for resource directly and sharing." I got a whole build on that. You know what I'm saying? But to the point, what I was saying is that's why they hate us, in my opinion, because of the ass whooping that they receive. You know what I'm saying? That's why they use us amongst each other.
That's part of it.
You know what I'm saying?
I
That's
agree.
why they use us amongst each other. Number one, they can't go hand in hand mentally or physically on an even playing field. They know that. Everybody knows that. But they had to use our people, and we fall into it. You know, we got to take responsibility and accept
Hmm.
responsibility in our own actions. We fall into it. You know what I'm saying? And like the brother said, I say that all the time. I can't tell another man to clean his house if my house dirty. You know what I'm saying? Can't tell that man nothing. You know, but the thing is, that's what they do. They use our people, they manipulate us mentally and through the propaganda to come against each other. You know what I'm saying? Plus, they use our differences, to their advantage. And honestly, bro, I'm not trying to sound like a defeatist. I'm just looking at this thing from a realistic point of view, bro. We never gonna fully come together 100% unless you take measures that haven't been used recently, which means you got to kill the coons off. You know what I'm saying? You got to kill people on your own kind that's going to go against you, you know what I'm saying, detrimentally, not just because they disagree ideologically. Nah. You got to take those out that's against your race, that's against your race of people and against humanity, against you continuing your humanity. Number one, you got to take them out first before you even deal with the white boy. Then you got to deal with him. You know what I'm saying? And y'all saying this way back, but the feministic, like the feminism, right, that we see, and this isn't the gender war. You know what I'm saying? I'm just calling a spade a spade. But we got to get out. We got to, and which our sisters are fed up, but we got to let that white woman hand go. And to the brothers, man, you got to let that white man hand go too. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, they mean you know well. You know, what is it to try to come together with them, hold their hand, and they coming together with you, and they got nothing but poison on their hand.
Real rap,
Now you gonna
Well,
die a slow death.
real rap,
here's the
real
Yeah.
rap. When you
you're
think
dealing
about
with.
a people, and I'm going to you, purple. I'm gonna go to you. I just want to address this to real rap, and I'm gonna go to you right after me. And I'm not sexist, real rap. I'm gonna go to you right after me.
Okay, thank you.
Um, sex is not real rap. Purple. Shit. Anyway, what I'm telling you is this: when they look at a nation of people, I want you to understand this. These people were in the mountains. They sat in their own feces. They pissed on themselves. We went into the mountains to teach them, to teach them how to use soap, to actually love themselves. They were cannibals. They actually ate themselves. See, it's hard to teach a dog a new trick. Not all white people are malicious, but I want you to understand that you are trying to change laws that was never written for you. And I have stated this is like a damn rerun of something that you play on your cassette. When you're trying to teach a dog a new trick, and you look at the Constitution that is not written for you, the gun laws, the stand your ground gun laws that were never written for you. These stand your ground laws that was never written for you. When you talk about all the presidents of the United States of America, do you really believe that all these laws belong to you? I'm not talking about Mr. Obama. I'm talking about laws and the Congress. When you didn't have a voting hand and you thought that belonged to you, you're in your capacity, you're in your depression, and you have to understand how to get out of it. We won't get out of it until we show unity. And I'm telling you, we have been righting wrongs that has never been right. We vote for these people, Democrats and Republicans, and we think that they fit our narrative. These narratives have never fit you. That is a Republican. The Democrats was the party of slavery. The Democrat Party was the party of slavery. But it flipped as the time went on. So all the racists decide to jump parties.
Goddamn
How
right.
are we going to get better? See, what you guys don't understand, and what we have been trying to tell you is that we don't give a fuck about none of you fucking parties. You
Not,
ain't gonna make us better. We're gonna make us better until you understand that.
yes, sir.
The only thing that's gonna make us better is when a black man pick himself up on the bootstrap and understand he don't rely on you.
And give me my
He
shit.
don't rely on you. That he is the man of this country. You decided to believe that you was an immigrant. They called you Negro. They called you color.
Mm-hmm.
You proclaimed yourself as this because you didn't know. You didn't know. And then all of a sudden, we woke up in 1989 when Mr. Messy Jesse wanted to run for president of the United States. When Messy
Blood.
Jesse said we were Africans, we all thought we were Africans.
Hey,
How much you love you?
can someone drop the link inside the chat so someone want to join the live? Can somebody drop the link?
I'm sorry, y'all. I just got all emotional on this shit. You heard me?
Nah,
Go
come on,
on
come on,
back,
come
No,
on,
brother.
come
Y'all
on,
take
come
over.
on,
no,
come
I'm gonna
on,
mute
come
this
on.
mic.
no,
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 come
no,
on,
no,
brother.
Because
no,
Come
what
on,
no,
happened
no,
come
is,
on.
what happened is,
no. That's
us as a
go ahead.
conscious community, are you tired? Are you tired? We should overcome. We need a national anthem. We always singing Negro spirits, amazing fucking grace. We're the most pitiful people.
And like Dick Gregory said,
I'm
stop
sorry.
saying that shit. That was about a freaking supposedly a slave ship person that came to Christ. We're not in the same house. When did you enslave somebody? We didn't enslave nobody, so why are we singing some shit that don't even apply to us?
Oh, you know what I really hate? These motherfuckers. Let me. Oh, I'm sorry. Here I go with my bad language. These people got the nerve to sing this song. Hear me out, right? This
Mhm.
land is your land. This land is my land. From who nigga you just got her?
Like Paul Mooney said, we natives need to make a commercial talking about we didn't approve of that. Because that
Right.
was the funniest shit that I had heard from him in a long time. But
He
we
just
need,
gotten a little older. Go ahead, sis.
but you're missing the elephant in the room. The reason why they're acting the way they are towards us is because they know they're bound for extinction. They're doing everything they can to avoid not existing anymore. Anybody who procreates with them, their genes are going to be more dominant than theirs. Anybody with any type of melanin is going to pretty much dominate their genes. Their genes are recessive. So
Mm-hmm.
they are trying to fight their extinction. That's why they're so nasty and venomous and violent as they are, because it's the same mentality as a animal that is being cornered. It's going to fight its way out for survival. And that's exactly what they're doing. So we need to understand how our enemy is thinking and how they're moving. Because like we said, which I think is unnecessary, we're not speaking about all, but we're speaking about the ones that are choosing to have hostility towards us. It's okay for us to call it ace of eight. These folks are not our friends, they're enemies. And we need to move like we're dealing with an enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, look, even the cool ones are the ones that appear to be cool. They gonna have to make a decision. You know what I'm saying? They not gonna be able to fence rod. Just like how there was an example made earlier when people go to prison. That's purely color based. White, white, black, black. You know what I'm saying? So called black, whatever. Mexicans, everybody click up.
Hmm.
So even the ones that pretend to be cool, they gonna have to make a decision because when they see they loved ones getting slaughtered, you don't think they gonna feel some type of way? They gonna ill it. They gonna have to. I don't care if they riding with us, man. At the end of the day, uh, that how can I say this, man? Um, all right, I'm gonna put it like this, right? Remember in 2020 or 2000 when they said the world was gonna end? Then
Hmm.
2012, they said the world was going to end. Well,
Hmm.
everybody knows that there's a statistic, or not a statistic. There's a prophecy out there that says by 2015 the world is going to be back fully melanated. All right, I was kind of pushing that for a long time, not pushing it, but if somebody asked me about it, I'll tell them, yeah, I heard that. But we got to deal with these people, man. I don't think they're gonna just be extinct by 2050. Now we can make it that, we can expedite that, but we're going to deal with them. You know what I'm saying? It's not just gonna happen by happenstance or by osmosis. You know what I'm saying? It would take too long. You know what I'm saying? And then we keep interbreeding and all that, and so like the thing is, we
But
got to deal. We're going to deal. I'm not coming against what you're saying. I'm speaking to those that are just
oh,
waiting.
I was agreeing with you.
I
What
got
is
you.
so offensive to me
Uh huh.
is when we know our history about what they have done to us, and then you choose to lay down and make a child with somebody who's racist against you. If
Right.
we could have fucked our way out of this, it would have been done.
Right.
There's no fucking our way out of this.
Right.
And the fact that people are choosing to be willfully ignorant and continue the behavior is problematic.
Right.
It's one thing when people, I used to always hear people say, you can't help who you fall in love with. That's just not true. Because at the end of the day, you get to make the final decision about who you choose to have beside you.
Right.
So miss me with that stuff. We have to have true accountability and sitting up there, putting them in positions of power because know and understand, and let me make it perfectly clear to you, when you choose to lay down with these people and make children and you choose to partner with them, you're giving them property rights,
Right.
because a lot of these people who choose to go along with this group are choosing to make homes and lives with these people. So anything that you had goes right back into the white
Right.
community.
Facts. I got it in my
So
own damn family. My own
yeah,
damn
you're
family. I
working
got
against yourself.
my own damn family. My stepmom's brother directly. You know what I'm saying? My stepmom's brother directly married one of them KBs out of Alabama, and they ran that nigga out of the town. And her, him and her. Nigga, is you stupid? Nigga, drop. I'm sorry, but for context, drop the bitch. You know what I'm saying? Drop her.
Yeah.
Because all she ever was a problem. And it's multiple. Like my whole stepmom family love them KBs. Both sides of them. You know what I'm saying? I got people that I'm cool with, super cool with. You know what I'm saying? I told them I don't hold no punches. I told them, bro, you gonna have to make a decision if it ever came to it. You know, you kids, it is what it is. But the woman or the man gotta go. Sorry. You know what I'm saying? They got to go
Hey,
when
hey,
it comes
you guys,
when
you
it
guys, I'm about to. I hate to cut in. I'm sorry, my brother. Out of respect, 5:40. I will be ending this live. I have something I have to take care of. But I'm about to drop the link for the last person, whatever who wants to come in, and we're gonna end this live. But I want to tell you, and for me to get the chance to tell everybody,
Yeah.
please subscribe to
'Cause
everybody on the panel. Please like share and share this and also press a like. But I will be dropping the last link in a few seconds, okay?
it's a bit. So point to what you were saying, I was in agreement as well because it's multiple levels that we got to deal with this. But you're right,
oh
fucking ain't gonna get it done. I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Can I say
yeah,
something real
I know
quick? I'm sorry, Empress
man.
Purple. I just want to say this very, very fast. Ain't that kind? I'm just asking a question. Only dumb questions one I'd ask, right? Uh, real rap. Ain't that kind of paint everybody, even though it's them, right? Ain't that kind of painting everybody with a wide brush? You know what I'm saying? Like all Doberman pinchers are mean.
All
All
right.
Rottweilers are mean. I mean,
Mhm.
I'm asking you that question. Go ahead,
I'm
brother.
gonna answer. I'm gonna answer honestly. I deal with everybody cordially, you know what I'm saying? Because I live in the real world. Like it takes a lot of energy to instill hate and to keep it going, right? Because I tell people I don't hate people, I hate actions. But in a real way to answer that question, I don't like I look at them in the same light, bro, because there's been a lot of them that seem like they was on our team, you know what I'm saying, and with some of our biggest detractors. So I deal with
Yeah,
people
because
in a cordial manner.
I
Go ahead, sis. Go ahead, sis.
Go ahead, Empress Purple. Go ahead, sis. N- Okay, before she come right back, the reason I asked it because
Mm,
I was looking at it like there's like wouldn't that be like there's no difference between calling you a nigga than
mm.
somebody calling you or you us calling them cave beasts. I'm just playing. I'm just not playing. I'm about to say like devil's advocate. Like wait
Yeah,
a
like
minute,
you looking at
all
the
you
whole picture.
motherfuckers is you see what I'm saying?
I'm gonna
All
answer
these.
your question. I'm
Go
gonna
ahead,
answer your
bro.
question. The reason why I
Go ahead.
got that mindset is because, in my opinion, I feel it's needed because it's finally time to put us first without the caveat. You know what I'm saying? If I gotta paint them and generalize them with all one big brushstroke, then so be it, bro. Because it's about survival. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm looking at this thing. I'm painting I'm painting the most like even if I use a little hyperbole, like I'm painting with a impatient stroke. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It don't even look good right now. Like I'm not even trying to beautify it. I'm just trying to give it to you in a raw sense of my mentality and how I look at this thing. Now in
And
my
I
everyday life,
respect that. That's
yeah,
why I asked you
mhm,
because you the gentleman, right? That
right,
brought it up. You see what I'm
right.
saying? I just want to understanding of okay, this how this brother think. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Or this how this sister think. It's not about
Hmm.
oh that's bullshit.
Hmm. And I try
You
to live
know.
it, bro. See, and I always tell people, man, to anybody that's new to hearing my voice, this is real rap, and I say it all the time. When you come up on these platforms, this YouTube platform especially, I try to speak how I live. I'm not gonna tell you to do something that I don't do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna try to paint a picture of a life that I don't live. So I tell
Man,
anybody, man, that's listening to this,
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
this is an educational moment right now. We have
Of course.
a sister. Her name is Madiba, and she's a Aboriginal lady that's married to a white man. And actually, he's not a white man. He says Indian in his blood. Matter of fact, a lot of Indian in his blood. So
Hmm.
she wants to come up on and speak on the behalf. So everybody
Go ahead.
mute them out.
salute, salute.
Salute. Hold on, I can't. Hold on, I can't hear the sister.
Sorry.
Keep
No,
Oh,
release
I'm
your
sorry.
mic.
Can you hear me
Release.
now?
There she go.
Okay. First,
Yes.
I just want to say hello. How y'all doing? And this is an awesome live, Peanut. I appreciate you letting me come up. And I was listening. I was, listening to the conversation, and they can hear me now. And yes, I am married to a man that looks Caucasian, but it is what it is. He's Irish or Jewish and Native American. Okay. So, but anyway, long story short, we have a son together. Now we've raised I have 5 kids, and I married a black man first and a Puerto Rican, and all of my children are considered black. Okay. And my genes are extremely dominant. I have a son with this man who he's black. Okay. I have, you know, I've tried to raise my children to be men. I have a 33-year-old, 30-year-old, 19-year-old, and a 14-year-old, and I have a 26-year-old daughter. My children are pretty successful. Okay. They have gone off and gotten married and all that stuff, and they treat people the way that we raised them with their other fathers and stuff. And my husband, I just never experienced the racism as I have listening to YouTube. Like, we're military, we go everywhere. I'm from Mississippi, okay? And even in Mississippi and for my family in Louisiana, I mean, I've never heard people just blatantly hate on somebody, and they try to dress it up. But you hate, and I'm not saying you as into anyone up here, but it seems as though they hate from shit that happened 400 or 500 years ago. I can't live my life like that. And I know no one's telling me to do so, but when it comes to who I married and who I love and who I chose to procreate with, that was divine to me, because I don't just lay down with anyone. And I've never been deemed a whore or nothing like that, and everything. So I just don't understand. And having children, some of you sound young, having children that are millennials and Gen X's. I'm trying to understand, how can one sit there and judge when you don't see racism from those people, but to call somebody, what would you call them, a cave dweller? I don't understand that. I just need to know, how do you, because that was such a broad statement to say that, because I mean, I'm not sleeping with nobody who enslaved me. Okay. And I want to understand.
All right, so she asked for clarification from my
Yes,
comment. All right. I heard you. I'm 30 years old, like to let you know. And
I have a
for
30-year-old.
yes, ma'am. So for me, the way I look at it, like if you look at my mom, you would think looking at my mom, like, and we've had that discussion on with Peanut on my live. People came at me personally and said my mom was a mixed breed, or my mom was she had white or Caucasian, and I went through the census just on paper, and because people that's not from Louisiana, they don't understand that's a whole look in itself, the so-called word mulatto, right? So, um, that's why I feel like I could speak on it. Now, to answer your question directly, and why I paint a broad brush, because I don't go just off of looks. I don't go just off of pale skin. That's why I brought my mom in the conversation to give a balance, right? So my thing is knowing that, and I don't go deep 5, 6, 7. I deal with with recently to 150 years. I stay within that time frame because that's real. That's your grandma's mom to your grandma's grandma, possibly. So the broad thing, or like the reason why I stand on what I stand on, is because it's time for us first. Period. Now, people that made the decision personally to not saying you, but to marry outside their race, that's their personal decision. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, um regardless of who you sleep with, or who you deem yourself to be confederate with, that's your personal decision, and that's your opinion, that's your ideology on life and all that. That's just where I stand. Now, am I going out attacking people for the color of the skin? Absolutely not. But that was done to my people though, and it was. You know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
why I
And
say
your
Oh
people
yeah,
are my
and
people.
I want you to understand. I want you to understand that this indigenous page is not about attacking white people and all this other stuff. I want
Right,
you to
right.
understand
That's
that
not what I was
we
gathering
have
from
been
it.
for
no,
many
no, no.
years
I'm not saying that.
defending
I'm not saying
our
that's what you're
race of
saying.
people. And watch this that Mediva, what we've been have doing, we've been left in the dark. No, I'm saying us, we've been left in the dark. There have been a lot of mongoloids who has been acting like they are the true Native Americans, where then so-called African Americans have been left in the dark,
You're
and
right.
we're just speaking upon us as a nation of people. It's time for us
Right.
to speak up and say that we belong. Where's our respiration? Why are the Oklahoma people are getting respiration? Why are they getting all the benefits to everything? Why the black people are all stated as African?
And I totally
And
get
without
right.
doing tests, without doing the knowledge, and that's what we say.
And that's exactly like we raised our sons with that knowledge and our daughters. And I understand where you, thank you for clarifying that. But like my people were those same people. I am from Mississippi. That's where this soul originated from. And, even if we go back 150 years and stuff like that, I think it starts like the way I raised my children, my sons, like, and I heard the young lady say when she said something about, you can't fuck you, excuse me, I didn't mean to say that word, but what I'm saying. And I agree with that because I see a lot of our brothers who
You can say what you
choose.
want. You're
Okay,
allowed to say
well,
what you
there's,
want.
and I'm gonna be straight up with you because I just don't like backpedaling. But a lot of brothers sleep with white women all the time and leave our sisters without husbands. I was fortunate enough to have three husbands. Okay, and that's not nothing to brag about. That just was the circumstance of my situation. Okay, I didn't go out and party and all that stuff. I was raised Southern. I was raised to take care of your children first and take care of your home and take care of yourself. Okay, that was it. I don't believe in praying and singing no Negro hymns. I don't do all that, but that does not mean that I'm not proud of what my ancestors went through, regardless of what it was. I have heritage, like a deep heritage that's connected with, things that's made it better for my people. Okay. But our people, I think you said yourself, Peanut, when you went into your rant, which was beautiful. It was amazing to hear you get that passionate about it. It starts when the person stands up themselves. Be a man or be that person, and don't wait for somebody else to save you. And then I really think that it won't be so much hate, and like right now what we see that's going on with our people. If I live in Tampa, Florida, it breaks my fucking heart to see the black boys and girls out there walking in the street and stuff like that. I hate it because I know that they are sitting up here, they're being judged, they're being shunned and all this stuff. They don't have the parents at home or whatever that's teaching them anything about who they are. And then you have the people that wait till they get in their 20s and 30s and they find out, and then they get an animosity, what I'm saying, is towards a whole group of people. And you see that's what's happening right now.
I'm gonna address one more thing, man. Because I wanted to make sure that I answer everything that you wanted directly. Another
Well,
reason
you didn't
for
have to
me.
answer, but I appreciate it. I
Oh, no,
appreciate
no, 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 because this is dialogue. I don't duck nothing, and I don't run from no question because this is what I stand on. If I believe that people that like if they stand on something, they need to be challenged on what they believe. I'm fully in agreement on that. So, okay, beast, right? The actions of what they've done is why I call them what they are. You know what I'm saying? And it's still to this day. When they come at our people, and we're dealing with 2020. Now
right.
I show the stats from 2020 to 17, 16. They've been averaging killing black men and women by 1,000 every year. So that has not changed. And I'm not looking full crowd participation on that, because I know not everybody is in on them numbers and them statistics, but the actions of who they are and what they represent and the physical is still showing its ugly face today. That's
You're
why
so you're right.
I call them KB. So I'm trying to. So I want you to understand, like when I speak from passion, of course, but I speak from academia. You know what I'm saying? I study, and I've gone throughout the course, the annals of time. From, if you want to hit the Kemetic, if you want to hit the Black rulership in Europe, or if you want to deal with today, you look at our people in the '60s when they were dressed Sunday's best. We're getting lynched, getting hung, and Sunday's best. Today, you know what I'm saying? Little boys and girls getting shot. So they don't change. And I know these are extreme examples, but it's an extreme life that we're living in. And for me, I just wanted to make sure that I cater to the question. Now, let me share one more thing, because this is why it's still relevant for me today, and for you, me and you claiming indigenous, right? This is why it's still relevant. Hey, Peanut, can you share my screen, bro? To Queen Diva, you know what I'm saying? To Miss Diva, this is why it's so important for me. Because these are people in the modern. These are people in the past. These are the people that's receiving our rights, our birthright to this day. And these are the ones, your everyday people. Hi Bob, hi Jim, hi Todd. These are the same people that will shake your hand and take and still benefiting from stealing your ancestors' birthright, which is our birthright. This is what I'm against. I'm like, in political terms, right? I'd be what you, if we were talking politics, I'd be what you would call apolitical, because I look at the same way, and I look at politics is how I look at a lot of these people. Two horns on the same devil. You have a faction that wants to hit you hard directly in the mouth, wants to tell you exactly what it is direct. Then you have those that want to console you and put you to sleep, but they still have the same common goal.
Wow, thank you so much for elaborating. I really appreciate that because, like, talking to you now, I kind of got like a little different feel about you. I'm gonna be. You got a channel because I want
I
to
do.
follow you.
Look, so you
Okay,
can
there's
see
a
my
Sometimes when
face.
you
30-year-old
talk to
too.
It's different.
sometimes when you talk to a
Definitely.
person,
Hey, build
you
up,
have
Miss
to
friend.
even
Stevens,
read their
it's
comments.
hey, it's different in the chat
Some,
versus when you get up here. It looks a lot
sometimes
different.
Yeah,
It feels a lot
sometimes
different.
when
thank you. I'm gonna
and
let
we
Jaculi talk.
always say,
Thank you.
man,
Hello.
oh yeah, it's time. Go ahead,
Hey,
Dukulu.
there
I
we
am
go.
so sorry. Go ahead, Dukulu.
Nah, peace and love, Peanut, my brother, and peace and love, I'm a diva. Peace and love, everybody on the channel and everybody in the chat. I'm thankful for having y'all on, or having me on the platform. And I'm loving this conversation. I had to jump in. My spirit was just, aching for me to come in and build. And I wanted to address a bunch of different things. I wanted to start when, like Nola got really passionate, and he was, speaking his heart. Is we need more of that. Is we need more women and black men to speak from the heart, speak from the passion, and really, because in that's power, that's energy, and we can use that to really wake up and influence and inspire us, and um and like what the brother was saying about our indigenous culture, you know, for me and how I see it from my perspective, it's the reason why I feel like the way that we're in is because we drive these cars, we wear these suits, we go to work in this westernized society. I feel like, that's the reason why as a community, and when we say our people, I'm not just talking about just us in Texas or, us in New York. I'm talking about for us as a whole. And for me, I can't imagine living rich while knowing that in Chicago and Michigan there's no water. I just can't live my life like that. So that's why, I'm living the lifestyle that I am, because I want to create a change. And um and I think it's the way that we're living. It's the way that we view each other is what's really destroying our community. And I use the analogy of the car driving. If we would just as a society stop using cars, right? And the only reason why we use cars is because it gets us to point A to point B faster. But if we would appreciate the journey, if we would appreciate nature, the trip, the reality, and didn't use cars, first of all, we wouldn't burn oil and all the effects that that has, right? And second, we wouldn't be using all these these precious metals and aluminum that would be stripping from the earth and from the minerals from the gardens and things like that we need to grow the fullest potential of fruit that we can, you know. And just think about how many lives we would save from drunk drivers and car wrecks and accidents and road rage and all the things that society, you know, that driving a car has. Just if we would just leave driving cars alone, we would destroy the automotive industry, the repair industry. Like we have so much power if we would really just understand that it's our consumption is what's keeping this system up. And the more that we consume, the more that these policies, the more that politicians are going to be in power, the more that, you know, we're going to keep this matrix up and running. And I think it's important that we have bills like this, and that we need to continue to have bills like this. And when as the brother was mentioning the hangings and lynchings, you know, and the reason why I'm so passionate and not distracted like a lot of these people is because, you know, I can imagine myself, you know, when I listen to slave biographies, when, you know, I remember when I was working at a warehouse, there was this truck driver from Houston. I forgot his name, but he brought his mother and his grandmother in, and she would tell me that she didn't, you know, talk to white people outside of, you know, business, you know. And I would ask her why, and at the time I didn't know, like it didn't, I wasn't as awoken or as awakened as I am now, or as aware of life and just of our people's problem at, like as I am now. So I didn't even know about Willie Lynch and all the tactics or the just the techniques that, you know, that was used to program our minds to get us in this slave-like state, you know. um you know, I didn't know about any of that. And she explained to me a slave story about, you know, how they used to be able to get women pregnant, you know, like they would like in the seasons, like they're harvesting crops. Like, you know how you would, you know, harvest apples in a specific season, or limes or citrus, you know, like they used to harvest babies in a crop, you know, they used to have studs and things like that that would go around 10 to 10 to 10. And you got to mind you, these were married women. These were like women who were sold from their husbands. And so when you hear Peanut Nola or my brother, you know, like speaking about the passion, is we can imagine ourselves there. We feel it in our DNA. And that's what a lot of our people don't understand is it's more of a third hand experience rather than a first hand experience. Like instead of feeling it, they're just seeing it in these movies, these games, you know, sensitize them to all that shit. But they don't really understand what it's like. And, you know, the only thing that I can really, you know, have people, you know, see is that if you ever just, or like, you know, like now you can't watch it on the internet, but back in the day when you used to be able to watch, you know, deaths or car crashes and 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 they even have videos now of, you know, like children being abused and women being abused with belts and things, and you hear the screams, you hear, you know, women crying, you hear the anger, you feel the energy. You know, that's what it was like for our people. It was literally like a Saw movie. And that's what people don't realize, you know, the actual perspective and context in the time that it was like 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 I don't think people truly properly can connect and empathize with what our ancestors really were. And if we can go back in time and see a real life gory movie of what it was really like, and see what our ancestors fought for, we would be doing more in today's society. We'd be doing more as black men, you know, in the society, and as black women. Like, I just feel like, you know, we're so disconnected from it, from all the information, from what we were getting in school, from the media, from all the movies, from what they showed us in the movies that they like made about us. You know, like we haven't gotten true the proper history. And when I listen to Tara W. Hunter, you know, and she talks about, you know, she's an African American is professor at Princeton, and she talks about, you know, slave relationships and the emotional connections and ties that were dealt within a slave relationship, and having to watch, you know, your man or your wife sleep with another man right in front of you. You know what I mean? Like the anger, the emotional tear, the psyche break that takes, we truly don't understand it because we're so far removed from it. But when you hear Peanut Nola yelling like that, you know, you know, that encompasses everything, you know, and the frustration and just the cycle of turmoil that we keep going through, and we keep bumping our heads. And I think it has to do with us endeavoring in this technology, you know, us endeavoring in plastic, us endeavoring in this westernized lifestyle. You know, when you look at indigenous cultures like the Washita Moors or the Black Seminoles, or some of the Native American tribes, and when you even go back to the Mayans and Incas, or even some of the Amazonian indigenous people, they don't live the same lifestyle that we live, you know, and I think that they live that lifestyle for a specific reason, and when you look at um, the Sentinelese tribe that happened is 2 years ago or 3 years ago when they killed that missionary, I think that was, our universe, our reality showing us something. A lesson that we should take is that we don't gotta be too nice anymore. Fuck this forgiving shit. Fuck all this other shit. Yes, you know, yes, we need to understand, humanity and we're all one and things like that. But the people who do you wrong, forgiving them or expecting them to change, is we gotta get out of that. And I think, if we applied what, not the killing aspect, not going around murdering random people, innocent people, things like that, you know, but defending your land like the Sentinelese did when that missionary guy went to the island and stepped on the beach or whatever, and he got shot in the chest. That was a sign from the universe that we need to is take the same concept, is that we need to break free, not in any cult like, but as an entire community way, to where we have professional builders, professional people, professional realtors. We have a whole organization to where it's all legit, it's all professional. And, we buy, I don't know how we do it, but we have to, break free and live a different lifestyle, and then protect it the same way that the Senegalese protect theirs. And that's the only way that we're going to get respected, and the only way that our voices are going to truly be heard. And that's what I feel like, is the way that we need to take, as a community. So,
Okay, so okay for me to speak because I don't want to cut across nobody.
oh yeah, I'm listening. Like if, yeah, like
Okay,
I wanted to build off that.
I just need to clarify some things. Nadiva, I wasn't speaking to you directly. You're not the person I was speaking of that was offensive. What I'm speaking of are these people who are self-hating, that are choosing to date outside their ways because they they don't love themselves, and they truly can't love nobody else because they have so much self-hate. And I have heard a lot of those type of people say that they're going to fuck their way out of racism. My statement was, if that was going to work, it would have been happened by now. That is not going to work because when I was younger, I did date outside. Well, I wasn't outside of my race because I'm part white as well, but that wasn't for me. I prefer to be with my black native man, and what somebody else does has nothing to do with me. My problem is those who choose to date outside of their race and choose to demean and degrade their own race to build somebody else up because they have so much self hatred and self loathing that they feel that it's not just necessary to date outside their race, but now they have to demean and degrade their own people. Those are the people who are offensive to me. So if I if I offended you in any way, Mediva, I do apologize because I'm not naive enough to think that everybody has to be a certain way. I'm only speaking to those who are hateful, whose hearts are really not for our people because they're not only dating outside their race and giving their property to the other race, but they're actually degrading and participating in the racism. I have heard too many sad stories of people who knew they were dating racists and made children with these people. And like the Dr. D'Angelo, I think is her name, that wrote White Fragility, she speaks about how they can date you and love you and still be racist. And that's what I'm speaking on. I'm speaking on those people who actively pursue racist people because they hate themselves. So they're choosing to express it by dating somebody who looks and sounds like them. What they're saying on the inside, this person is willing to say on the outside to everybody else. Those are the people I were addressing. And I do find it offensive because they're not taking into account, oh, good, because that's never my intention to hurt or to offend or to harm anyone. But I just wanted to make that clear because we have to deal with the self hatred in our community. That's one of the biggest silent killers there is in our community. That's why you see the violence that you do in our community, because when you don't love yourself, you can't love nobody else. One of my favorite sayings that Master Fundi Fee said is, be good. If you be good to you, you definitely will be good to other people. I'm not saying it exactly like she says it, but it's a close proximity to what she says. And that's so true. If you hate yourself, that same hate that you have for yourself, you're going to project that out onto other people. And we have to deal with these things. In order for us to heal our community and really have the meaning and impactful lives that we want to have and have things go the way that we want them to go, we have to deal with all the issues that's a part of that package.
But is can we talk about is some of that stuff? So like for example, like let's talk about the community as a whole. So for me, I see you know everybody within the black community having an acre of land or 3 acres, 4 acres of land with their own house on it. Like but for me, that is see wealth. Obviously on top of other things. Growing food, things like that. You know, but another person may not see that as a way for all black people to live. So like my question is like, what is the right way for us as a community? So what I mean by like that is like not what you want, like I want a mansion and I want to live this lifestyle, but what's going to help every black child, every black man, every black woman have a safe neighborhood, a actual home, an actual place to where they can feel and lay their head and feel comfortable and sleep at night. You know what I mean? What like what is that direction do we need to go when it comes to as a community that we need to take? Because I might see it different than you may see it different than me, but for me I see you know is we need to start with the homes. Is every black family needs to have a home, you know what I mean, and some land and a garden, and being able to know how to like repair that home, take care of that home, and build their garden. Like but you may not see that as what that's the best move for our community. Like I feel like that's a discussion that we need to have, and I'm curious to get y'all's conversation.
I tell you this. This has been an awesome panel. Oh my God. I could tell you this. We have done this every Sunday at 4 o'clock, and I tell you this is getting bigger and better. It's getting better from the opinion standpoint. I want you to understand that I didn't build a panel of hate. We don't. We are not against white people. We're against we're against white supremacy. I want you to understand the difference between white people and white supremacy. Some people have self entitlement. Some people want world dominance. So when you come here and understand what we're talking about, you will understand that this has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with you. If you are a white man who feels, that we are attacking you, understand what we're talking about. Now we're talking about, and I have talked about this a longer time ago, and I thought there are many great white people who have gotten us out of captivity as much as black men, as much as black women. There's the reason why Rosa Parks was able to do what the hell she could do is because of a white man. Okay? So there's nobody here that's against great white people. There are great white people that did not like slavery. Now, I want you to tell you this. So-called African Americans, you believe in the African theory. The slaves were the indigenous people. It was the North against the South. So I want you to understand that these people were trying to imprisonate Indian people, Aborigine people. Now, we never, ever proclaimed to be natives. We never proclaimed to be them people. We said we indigenous. So you have to understand the two difference makers. You have to understand what we're talking about. We're not saying we come from Asia. And there's no disrespect to Asian people. But these people migrated over here in the courses of time. So they have a lot of stake into this country as much as we do. But we were here first. So we're going to teach our knowledge about us being here. After the oldest bone structure, the oldest woman is here. So we talk about us being here before the slave trade. People can't grasp the dark person being here. So we have nothing against the white man, the righteous white man. We have something against the white supremacy of the white man. So if you have a mindset of the white supremacists, then okay, we're gonna call your ass a caveman. Okay, we're gonna call your ass a beast. So if you can't understand the difference, then I'm sorry for you. So we're telling you our struggle that we had a black man who had his neck, who somebody put a knee in the man's neck and treated the man like an animal. Only animals can do what they did to that man. So I want you to understand what we talk about when we talk about our indigenous Aborigine black people. So Mr. I think he said emails, whatever that. Come on in, brother.
Boy, you better act like you know. Peanut.
Ishmael, Mr. Brother Ishmael. I'm sorry, Mr.
Yeah, like what the brother was talking about before he left, like how we get to that place to where we make it good for all black children, all our offspring, is that it starts at the house. Like we are in a reconstruction right now. And like you were saying earlier about the government, this government, these laws and this government was never made for us. The Constitution ain't for us. So we in a reconstruction era right now. We need to reconstruct everything. You know what I'm saying? Segregation wasn't all that bad. We see that now. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, we have to reconstruct the whole mindset. That's the only place we lacking. You know, like the mindset and the resources. You know what I'm saying? And once we start, building a new mindset, reconstructing all the lies that we have, filtering all those lies out, getting closer and closer to the truth and understanding. But we have to respect everybody. Now we have to respect every man, period. You know what I'm saying? Because everything we do, just like this show, it has to be from your passion that you have when you get passionate, Peanut. It's all from truth and love. If your purpose is not based on truth and love, and it's just about getting back and all that, it's gonna die out. But your passion is based on truth and love, and that's the foundation of it. And that's where we have to get back at. We have to get back to that strength. You know what I'm saying? That's strength. That ain't weakness. To work, to move out of truth and love and understanding. Because guess what? Just because I'm humble don't mean I won't, go in and rip your head off if you try to mess with my people or my family. We got it twisted. Like we got to be all this and that. Because a lot of those people, especially people who warriors and been in the street, one thing, some people be running that mouth, and when it's time to go to war, you looking for them. That's the kind of people we need to start weeding out and everything like that. You know, and this build and this program it's always something that you're learning. And that's what we need. We need to learn, and then the more we learn, we need to apply those things that we're learning, and walk in wisdom with those things. The panel, everybody had something great to say, and it's just that we got to be more respectful to culture, other cultures. Like, we just got to be respectful, because If we respectful to that, we can demand that you got to be respectful to our culture. Period. We not going. We not settling for any less. You have to be respectful. We're not asking you to be respectful. We're not asking. We telling you this is what's gonna
Right,
happen.
brother. Right. Right.
We this is what's gonna happen. We not asking you. We don't have to. We men. We
You
women.
know the one brother, Alan. The I mean, I gotta use your name. Uh,
Ismail.
my brother Ismail. My brother Ismail. Alex Plummer is the only one who hasn't had a guy. Oh Lord, he didn't got on. I was gonna give Mr. Alex a chance to talk. Now let's go
Oh,
back
I
to
didn't know he
504,
should have.
brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went off. Soon as I was about to say Alex Plummer, he went off. Mr. 504 brother, we about to close this beautiful bill. We're gonna go with Mr. 504, brother.
Can anyone hear me?
Yeah, you ain't making nothing to eat, huh?
Nah, Wolf. Nah. I ain't cooking today. But no, actually, I want to let everyone know in the panel, on the panel and in the chat that we're going to pick this party up. Starting me and Peanut Nolan 504. We're going to do this thing that's called Crescent City Boys, where we're going to come on twice a week now. So it ain't going to be just one week, just one Sunday now. Starting next week, we're gonna go on twice a week. I'm gonna do something. We haven't picked the actual day yet, so that way we can be cooking more than once a week. So the more we come on, the more knowledge we can get and we can spread to everyone. So we're gonna let y'all guys know next week. Maybe Sunday, let you know exactly what day we're gonna start doing this. So that way we can build, and then we can invite other people in to come in and spread their knowledge too. So they ain't gonna just be on Sundays. That's where that we can build each other up as brothers and also build other people up as well. So we don't want to just be like this one sided. And anybody and everybody that's in the chat on the panel is open panel. We're
And
gonna
that's
read
the
what we're gonna do. So it ain't gonna be just one person. Not everybody gonna be able to come in open panel just like we do it today. I'm gonna be on our other show where I go live and we're gonna be inviting people in the same way. So I give everybody the same respect that we give him. And I pass the mic on to someone else.
Pick it up. Pick it up. Peanut.
Hey,
well.
y'all. You guys going online. I'm done. I'm gonna say the last word.
Well,
Okay.
please subscribe to my channel, Mr. 504 Brother, so that it'll hit the bell, hit the like and share on all our videos so you can know the notification when we go live again. So you know it's gonna be me and Peanut going live. It's real soon, guys. Hang tight.
That's THATHER.
Okay, all I want to say is thank everybody for being a part of the panel. And make sure you're teaching your kids. Don't allow the school system to teach your kids. You need to teach them. Sorry, knock it off. I can't even get out. This. I didn't quite get that. Oh my God.
It's okay. It's okay.
Peanut.
Don't be laughing at me because my computer betrayed me.
Everyone's still there.
Yeah, we get
Tenfold.
say 504. I'm saying
Okay.
is the brother
Yeah.
THA or THER?
Mr. Five is
Who
Mr.
you talk?
504 Brother.
THA or
What are you talking?
THER?
What are you talking about? Where are you getting teach,
Bruh, don't
man?
worry about it, man.
Where you
It
getting
ain't
the
brain
teach?
surgery, bro. THER brother or THA brother.
Oh no, the regular way, brother.
All
BROTHER.
right. Because when I say brother, I spell it THA. That's why I'm asking.
Right. I understand your term of brother. It's like my brother from another mother, that brother.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like that's our
yeah, I
people, brother.
understand. Yeah,
Yeah.
I understand. But for the page is BROTHER. Put
All
them
right,
down
got
so we can know when we all going. But me and Peanut know that we're gonna start this thing up where we go twice a week. And Rainstorm, everybody in the chat, y'all allowed to come in. We're gonna do it live. And I'm like this. Everybody, whoever comes in, we pick a topic. A freestyle, so that way we can give everybody a chance to get some knowledge and keep building towards a better platform for everybody.
you. All right. That sound like a winner like that. That sound like a plan. Slap.
Okay, once again, I'm gonna end this like this. I want to tell you guys, peace and blessings. Once again, thank you guys for coming on to the panel. Thank everybody. This is the strongest panel, in my opinion, on YouTube. And I want to tell you that because we speak knowledge, and the fact that we speak in knowledge and we speak in truth and not drama, we are out here doing our thing. And I want to tell you guys, all glory goes to the Most High. You guys keep reaching for the top, and we're gonna figure out where we belong in the top. Okay? There's a lot of things that's going on, and forgive my passion, forgive me for being so loud, but I be
Not.
loud
Don't do
because
that.
I'm loud because I'm very very concerned about our race of people. If you look at our people and you look at everybody else, Caucasian people know where they come from. I want you to understand this. I want you to seek this in. Caucasians know that they are Europeans. They know that they are Italians. They know that they are Russians. They know that they are everything, Sweden. But black people, so-called melanated black people, we can even go this with Vietnamese, Chinese. They all know who they are. Mexican people, the Spanish nation know who they are. But when we talk about melanated people, they give you the stigma that you are African. They bring every last one of you guys to West Africa. Every time they do they tell you go do a DNA test, they put you in Africa.
West Africa.
And this is nothing against Africa. I want you to understand, I have nothing against our cousins in Africa. But I want you to understand that we are a whole bunch of people. We Africa, we America, we Europe, we are the whole world. We are the whole world. And when you understand that we are the most high chosen people that was put in four corners of the earth, we are the whole world. It's not racist, it's facts. Black people ought to be proud of who they are. There's no shame in being melanated. You're not actually black. Your pennies out. You'll see that you're copper. You ought to be proud of who you are because you have built nations and you're continuously building nations. Love yourself. You can't love nobody till you love you. You can't build and with anybody till you love you. You can't start talking conversation about what we talk about till you love you. America and Africa are not the true names. The continents were connected at one time. There was a time and a place where all nations were connected. You can't debunk what I'm saying because you weren't there. If you want to go on the history of what your oppressor have taught you, then I'm not the person for you. You want to go on and listen and think that 300 people came on a slave ship that was a sailboat, and you think that you were in shackles, and it could possibly take 2 months for you to get to that place in America. And for you to think that you would not have some kind of disease, for you to think that. So I'm going to close this thing with telling you, you are America.